Okay. Well, thank you to everybody who participated in round 1. It was fun to watch, even if you got knocked out. We had some great games. And let's get straight into round 2.
Let's get straight into it. Yeah, I want to see these matchups because straight up we have Slaanesh versus Grand Cathay. And these are the buys now. So these are all of the people waiting. This isn't even like a double elimination tournament semi. So all these people who got buys, they just get a free gimme. Explain yourself. How is that allowed?
Because if we did a double elimination, we would be here all week.
I think this tournament has no integrity. And I say that as a caster. I'm brave enough to say it.
You know what? I'll agree with you. We have no integrity here at
we
the
agree.
AI WARZ.
We have no
Anything
integrity.
Goes.
Yeah, we'll do anything we want. After this
We will.
tournament, I'm going to go buy a 40-pack of chicken nuggets. And I don't even care if Chet doesn't want me to. Should I say it?
Should you?
We're not on Big Butt. We're not sponsored by McDonald's right now.
We're not. Okay.
All right.
Okay, but let's get into our first matchup of round 2.
Okay.
We have the winner of the first round, the Silk Road I'm not gonna pronounce that. Bionic Kraken's Cathay versus Sicky Salacious Scions, which is Jerry 987M's Slaanesh.
Get a hold of yourself, Sammy!
Let me flip the coin, and Jerry, you have won the toss. I think Jerry is here. I'm like 90% sure Jerry's here. Jerry, if you are here, would you like to pick the map or attack/defend? Actually, let me check.
I think everyone should keep
Jerry
picking
might
that hill
not be
map.
here.
I think regardless of strat or comp, everyone should just keep picking that fucking hill map. It should be the only map we see for the next 18 matches.
So Jerry is A, not here, and has B, informed me, and like instructed me to pick the hill map for all of their matchups. So we're playing the hill map.
Well, there's Slaanesh,
we are, in
right?
fact, gonna play the hill map. Yes, there's Slaanesh.
So this is, you know, the right call because, right, this is against Cathay. Though Cathay could have multiple builds, so we don't know if they're gonna do the Crane Gunner build again.
Yes. So Bionic Kraken, what do you want to attack or defend? It really matters on this map, if I'm being honest. It seems like both armies just rush for the middle anyway. They rush for the high ground. Defend. Okay.
I'm so hungry. I wish I had some chicken nuggets.
So what comp do you want to pick, Bionic? Let me see what map, what comp Jerry wants me to do.
I'm gonna stuff some more grain cereal into my face while you do that.
We're gonna be here for a while. Maybe send Jamble out to get some.
You think that I would ever send my wife somewhere, Sammy? What? Like I own her?
Places all the time. Wife
oh yeah, not, I bet you would, because you think slaves are good.
Okay, Jerry's.
Nothing to say, do you? Jerry. Crawling away from that one, aren't you?
I'm not going to acknowledge it. And then comp 2 from Bionic Kraken. Okay, so we have a change up in the comp for Cathay. We have a different one this time. Oh my god, yes! Okay, this is going to be funny. This is going to be really fun. Let's get into this. We're on Alpine Ridge, right? Yes. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is going to be an interesting one, I'll say that much. So a big thing with Slaanesh Beagle is they don't have any ranged, basically. They have, like, Marauders that throw javelins, and that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
They also have very few flying units. I think they have, like, their Demon Prince and, like, Chaos Furies, and I think that's it.
How many Sky Junks are in the Cathay army right now?
Oh, this is going to be funny. This is going to be very interesting. I wonder if we'll see. Oh my God! Hang on, I'm wondering. Well, let's get into the match and then we'll talk about it.
Oh boy!
So, I think we should start with the Cathay army.
Oh boy!
Which consists of 3 Sky Lanterns, including the Lord Magistrate on his Sky Lantern mount, observing the battlefield from above.
Oh yeah!
And then we also have 2 Sky Junks as well. Up in the skies, ready to rain fire down, which Slaanesh basically has, like, aside from the Chaos Furies, they have, like, no answer to this. They have, like, no ranged, and they have, like, no Air Force. And this particular build didn't bring any Air Force or ranged at all, so, Slaanesh has literally no way to deal damage to these besides, like, maybe magic, I guess.
PG says, PG's mad. PG's like, how the fuck is that allowed in unit caps, but I can only bring 2 wheels? Because these are different units, PG. 2 Sky Junks, 2 Sky Lanterns, and 1 Lord option. This is like, if you were playing Magic the Gathering, this is a legal deck.
This is, actually. And then the rest of the thing, we do have a Terracotta Sentinel. I'm surprised there's enough money for that. I guess the Sky Lanterns are really cheap. We have the Terracotta Sentinel, and then we have just like a really cheap front line that's a mix of peasants and Jade Warriors. Not much to say there. Now let's go over to the Slaaneshi side, where, as I said, they just really do not have answers to any flying units. They're all melee. They're actually a pretty beefy melee front line. It's a lot of Chaos Warriors, a lot of Chaos Knights. So a lot of the heavy armored Slaanesh units. And but being honest here, we don't really have a lot of armor piercing for Cathay. It's mainly just going to be these Sky Junks shooting. And then we have a Soul Grinder. We have Siggy himself, of course, leading the Siggy Salacious Scions as the Lord. Siggy's a big tanky. He's really hard to kill. He has regeneration. He has heavy armor. He has assless chaps. He's really hard to take down.
Whoa, he really does. Damn.
Yes. And then we have a Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Chaos Sorcerer Slaanesh, and that's the build. It's gonna be a melee rush versus the balloons. Who's gonna win? Is it gonna turn to like fucking I don't know, balloons tower defense or something? I don't know.
I thought of that too when you pronounced balloons like that. We were on the same page.
We were. I said it, but I realized it. This is the Slaanesh Soul Grinder, by the way. It's only melee. It has no range component.
So what's the only range unit they have?
The Marauder Horsemen with javelins.
Oh, that's not a lot.
They're not really a range unit. They're like a skirmisher unit.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Now, one thing I'm wondering is if the Slaanesh army kills the entire ground component for Cathay before they die, which like could happen, we'll get into a situation where the Cathay army auto loses because it's going to tick down their leadership until they rout. So let's get into it and see what the hell happens.
Where are the Marauder Horsemen with spears? I don't even see them. I just see Chaos Knights and Slaanesh whips.
No, they didn't bring them.
Oh, so they have
They have them on the roster. Yeah, but they didn't bring them. Yes.
Oh shit.
And
okay.
Immediately, the Sky Junks are opening up on the Slaaneshi units.
Yep, they're getting it already. That artillery coming. Because of the slope of the hill, they won't get very accurate shots right now on units traveling up that hill. But once they get to the peak of the hill and beyond, that artillery will start being a lot more effective. But as Sammy said, there is a ground game. Warhammer is a balanced game where if you can't kill the air units, it doesn't matter, just wipe the ground units, and then the side that can't hold ground auto loses if they only have flying units left. So it's not an auto loss. This isn't Mechabellum.
Yeah. Well, it's also not an auto lose where they lose the ground units. It's like a little ticker. Like they start losing leadership steadily until they all rout.
Yeah.
So they will have a little window to like still win, but it's going to be very brief. And we see the snipers on all the balloons, even the non-Sky Junks, the normal lanterns. They do have little sniper ladies who are firing in all 4 directions. As do the Sky Junks have them as well, but they also have the rockets, which is the main star of the show.
Yeah, the main thing about the flying unit advantage here is that those range units are going to be alive the whole fight. Like, they're going to die last no matter what. So that DPS is not going away. It can't get flanked by Slaanesh's cav. It's sticking around.
Yeah. We actually see some very nasty friendly fire from the Sky Junks onto the Cathay peasants on the front line. Or actually, the Jade Warriors getting friendly fired up there at the top of the hill.
Oh, dear.
Here comes another volley.
Yeah, Sigvald's putting his shield up.
Yeah, and the Slaanesh caster friendly firing their own units, I think. Oh, no, that was actually a cast from the metal, the alchemist from Cathay.
Yeah. The artillery junks will get good shots now that it's on the reverse slope once they start firing again. Like, there's really just nice... Oh, they're firing in the melee below themselves, actually. I was gonna say nice, yeah, backgrounds for him, though. Yeah, the cav right underneath who's going onto the ground peasant archers. Sadly, a ranged unit that isn't flying in a balloon right now. There's some damage from the Cathay ranged balloons already, but look at all those routing units for Cathay already. Slaanesh is pushing through the Peasant and Jade Warrior line, and that's certainly not being helped by the friendly fire from the Sky Junks.
Yeah, the Sky Junks have been blasting their own infantry. It's kind of tragic to see, and I don't really think they're doing enough damage to make up for the difference in melee capability between these two factions.
Yeah, where's the Terracotta Sentinel?
It is grinding with some devoted Marauder Spearmen on the flank where it does not want to be. It's fighting what's not really a chaff unit, but they're like a low-tier infantry unit that are also spears. So it really wants to be grinding in the middle with all the elites, but it's not. It's stuck over here. Now it does have a Soul Grinder and the Caster and Siggy coming for it, so it's kind of getting its ideal matchups headed to it on a plate, but I'm unsure if it's going to be able to really do much this game. Do what Cathay needs it to do.
So you think it likes to fight the Soul Grinder?
Yeah, it is, but it's going to losing in this 3v1 right here. Now what we do see is it's causing a blob to form around it, and now the junks are firing into that blob, and they're actually getting some good damage on those Marauder spears and clearing them out. But yeah, I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Yeah, and a big problem is, look at everything dead or routing on the ground for Cathay. The only remaining melee units really are these two Jade Warriors, right? That are just surrounded by Slaanesh.
360, just forming a box and fighting in all directions.
Yeah, that's not good.
And there's some magic coming down, but oh, it's kind of friendly firing them, if I'm being honest. Ouch, that does not feel good.
Yeah, the Cathay commander is just friendly firing like crazy. They just do not care about the little guy in their army.
They do not. And I think it's going to come to bite them, because now this giant pack of Slaanesh cavalry is roaming around, and I think they're going to mop up the remaining ground units, and then it's only a matter of time until these balloons all rout off the battlefield. Yeah,
I think the balloons just don't have enough firepower. It's like old war wagons, you know? And everything they're fighting is so plated, armored, and tanky. You just haven't got what you need to get through the HP pools here.
Yeah, it's a fun meme idea, but I think it's in practice it's not enough DPS to be to make that much of a difference.
The classic flyer trap.
And also the junks seem to be shooting at the enemy lord, which is not... Those AoE rockets are not going to do much against a lord like Sigvald, unfortunately.
The AI is obsessed with assassinating lords with range units, even when it's like an artillery AoE unit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we see a really good cast go down from the Alchemist, just nukes a bunch of the Slaanesh cav over there, but she's surrounded and she's probably going to be going down soon to that just massive Slaaneshi cav. The Terracotta Sentinel, ooh, it's fighting on, but it's also very low. It's about to go down. Those things are unbreakable because they're a big statue, they're a construct, but it's down to 700 HP. I think it's going to go down fairly soon.
It doesn't look good for Cathay here.
It does not.
Terracotta Sentinels are really cool, but you needed about 5 more of them here, I think, because this one did a good job, but just doesn't have the support.
No, it's missing its infantry. It's actually killing the Slaanesh caster, and Siggy's lost interest. Siggy's running in to go fight the balloons? I don't know what he's doing. Well, but the Terracotta does go down.
The Terracotta Sentinel hit 69 health, and Siggy was like, that's enough. That's the perfect number.
When a unit hits 69 health against Slaanesh, they just instantly die. They just immediately go down to 0 HP.
They get bimbified like our Sigma.
Yeah.
That giant Terracotta Sentinel just put on like a corset, grew giant bosoms.
Yeah.
We don't have the technology to show you that live at the tournament though, but you can just imagine it at home.
We don't. Yeah, you have to picture it in your heads.
Yeah. Which I'm sure everyone is doing now, but meanwhile, back at the center, it is just the balloons now, really.
There's one Jade Warrior left, which is the only thing anchoring Cathay in this game. And they're currently getting buffed up by the Lord Magistrate on his balloon. He's still barking orders at his Jade Warriors down below, like, you know, like they actually have a chance here. But they've just been rampaged. They've been hit by a Slaanesh army ability that's going to be hurting them. We see some other units coming back. We see the Sorcerer coming back, the Alchemist, but she's probably going to get taken out by all these cav in a second. The second we notice her, yeah, here they come. And then when she's gone, it's just going to be the balloons, and I think their leadership's going to start dropping.
Yeah, just not enough DPS, just a lot of very big, thick, buff, strong Slaanesh units. Just blessed, vibing, unbothered, unconcerned, having a good day.
Yes. Now, I haven't actually tested this, but I'm hoping that this debuff does take into effect. I'm going to have to wait for like all the units to shatter for Cathay. Do you want to just speed things up here? I think this might be a case where we want to speed things up, because we kind of already know. Well, do we know the balloons are still doing a lot of damage, actually, now that there's no like just a friendly fire and everything's blobbed up? We see a final cast from the Alchemist, but I just don't think they have the damage to kill like Sigvald with his regen. They're going to run out of ammo. And the balloons cannot melee. They physically can't.
Yeah, when they run out of ammo, that's going to be sad times. I don't think they have enough ammo. to kill the entire enemy army.
It's just I'm kind of questioning if this debuff is going to take into effect. I have not tested this with the AI. It should be doing it now, but I don't see any of the balloons losing leadership.
Oh, Sammy.
I'm gonna fast forward and just see here, if you don't mind. Sorry, this is not something I thought I'd have to account for.
Oh, Sammy.
There's a whole ranged balloon lineup living until the debuff is supposed to take into effect.
Oh, Sammy, has the integrity of this tournament suffered another blow?
It might have. Hang on, there's like one more Cathay unit that's routing a unit of Jade Warriors.
Yeah, those balloons are blessed themselves. They're unbothered.
Yeah, if this goes on, like, I guess eventually the balloons will run out of ammo, and then it'll just be like they stare each other down.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's like one unit of Jade Warriors, or 2 units of Jade Warriors that are like routing but not shattered. One of them.
Yeah, I'm seeing if they leave the battlefield. If this. Okay, there we go.
Here we go.
Now it works. Yep. Now their leadership is going to start steadily ticking down.
Oh dear.
Yep, -10, -13. It's going to just take a second, but it's happening.
Who's being robbed more here, Sammy?
Who's being robbed more? Nobody's being robbed.
I think the fans are being robbed of a great 1-hour balloon match.
You think so? It's still lasting pretty long. I mean, it's taking them forever to lose their leadership.
This is lasting a long time.
Yeah. -49 leadership. All right, why do they have such high leadership, these balloons? Because they're winning combat. They think they're winning.
Yeah, for them they're having a great time. Unfortunately, they're about to hit their route.
No threat. Yeah, but now they're just kind of getting bored. They're like, all right. We have nothing else to do. Let's go fly back to Cathay.
Let's just fly back to Cathay. Like, that was fun to watch, but we're done now.
Yeah.
Little oopsie. Bye-bye.
6 leadership.
Slaanesh would not be enjoying that. That's like edging. They don't get to like enjoy any of that.
That is.
Well.
And wow, this Slaanesh army was actually pretty beat up at the end there. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they got to fire all of their ammo basically, but it just wasn't enough. The rest of the army beyond the balloons just didn't really have anything.
Yeah. I think going Jade Warriors over the Halberd variant was a mistake, because the Halberds are more defensive and they can also hold against the large targets, and the balloons are very good against large targets, and the balloons are also friendly firing a shit ton. Like, so many of the Jade Warriors died to their own friendly fire.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's
just
what
not a lot
broke
of
it.
value on many units. The balloons had great value, obviously, because again, they fired every single shot, but
I think 20 Terracotta Sentinels would have done better.
I think so too, because it would have been an army with about like 8 times the value of the one we just saw. But
yeah, see, if I'd entered, I would have entered 20 steam tanks, which is why I didn't enter, because I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yes. All right, so Jerry, you have entered into round 3, our first round 3 contestant. Oh, now we're gonna get. Now this is gonna be an interesting one. For our next matchup, we're gonna have Momentary's Dwarfs, the Grumblin' guys get a Grumblin', versus our round 1 winner, Anarian's Wood Elves, Chad GPT. Dwarfs versus Wood Elves is typically a very dwarf-favored matchup, actually. Just because it's very hard for the Wood Elves to break through that dwarf front line and get into like their guns and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see who comes out on top here and what sort of strats we see from both players.
Yeah.
So Anarian has won the coin toss. So Anarian, what do you want to do?
Dwarves are very tough-plated little fuckers.
Oh yes, the tankiest faction. I think Momo's busy in an Armor 3 session right now, so I'll
Based.
I think I have Momo's matchup. Just double check. Yes, I do. Okay, Anarian wants to do Alpine Ridge. Everyone wants to do Alpine Ridge now. Everyone's seen how much it screws over ranged factions, and now everyone's just like Alpine Ridge.
We're gonna see this map forever for the rest of the tournament.
Oh, well, not every faction is a ranged faction. And the ranged factions... Well, actually, Anarian is a ranged faction with Wood Elves, but not like a shooting faction. They can fire over cliffs and stuff like
Skirmishers.
that. Skirmishers, yeah. And then, okay, and then Momo wants to versus Wood Elves. Wants to attack, so you're going to be on defense. Anarian.
Interesting.
What comps do you want to pick?
Dwarves on attack. Interesting.
Yes. I'm going to be curious to see what the comp is.
Yeah, me too. Not a lot of artillery, perhaps.
Anarian, what comp do you want to pick? Comp 2. Named Sisters Let Them Die in the Shade. Oh my god, okay. Let's get into it.
It must be skirmishers, right?
Well, it's the Sisters of Twilight, which is a legendary... Well, it's 2 characters in 1 as a legendary lord.
Felix is back for the dwarves.
Let's just say there's going to be a lot of shade. The dwarves are going to have a lot of shade over their heads.
Oh, but it's miners. I daren't to say it, but I love to see Mama bringing in the miner comp.
Beagle Rush, a proponent of child labor. Big child labor fan. Loves to see the miners on the battlefield.
I never said the children were working. You said that they yearn for the mines. This is good.
Return to Alpine Ridge 3rd time.
The miners are striking again. We support the mining union.
They're striking back is what they're doing.
Ooh.
Alright, so let's talk about Anarian's comp really fast, because it's real easy. It's a bajillion archers and the Sisters of Twilight and some spears. These are very cheap archers, like the basic tier Wood Elf archers, which are basically a cut above everyone else's archers. And then how much do you know about the Sisters of Twilight, Beagle?
Nothing. Not a single thing.
They are 2 sisters, Nystra and Aran, who are both archers, and they are like yin and yang, basically. They're like opposites.
Okay.
And they ride upon their little dragon friend.
Okay.
So you see they're actually both on there. They both shoot. They have 2 firing modes they can switch between. They have like a single target, like single damage shot, and then they have like an AoE, like sort of a blast of arrows they can do, like a shotgun blast.
What a pretty dragon.
Those 2 attacks at will. Yeah, they ride a dragon, and they can shoot while the dragon melees and stuff. They're actually a very good character.
Oh.
They also get a thing where once they get down to 20% HP, they heal basically back to full health.
Why do they get to do that?
Because they have a conjoined destiny, where if one is about to die, one sister's about to die, the other one like heals her back up to full.
Why do they get to do that mechanically? That seems broken.
Because they're strong. They're very expensive to bring.
Okay.
Their downside mechanically is they're not the greatest in melee, despite being on a giant dragon. They don't have a lot of HP. They don't have a lot of armor or good melee stats. But they kind of bring a bit of everything with like the dragon, the ranged firepower, and the healing.
Okay.
Now that ability, that healing ability, does take 30 seconds to go off. So if you could kill them before it goes off, you could finish them, and they will never get it.
Okay. So
Yes.
it's a lot of arrows and kind of a cheap roster built around the Lord for Anarian. Now tell me about the dwarves.
Yes. So the dwarves have kind of gone for an interesting playstyle here. We see Ironbreakers, which are the biggest and the beefiest of the dwarves. These are the dwarves' heaviest unit. They're probably the heaviest armored unit in the game. They have insane defensive stats. They have the little C4 things that the miners throw. They get them too. And these guys cannot be broken. They are the heaviest of the heaviest unit in the game. Then we obviously see a bunch of miners with blasting charges throwing the C4. An excellent choice against Wood Elves, who normally have low armor. Typically, the blasting charges suck against high armor units. Here, they're going to do great. And then we just see a backline of Quarrelers, of little range archers for the dwarves, who are quite good in melee and also bring their own shields, so they can block return fire as well.
Nice.
Now, for the hero component, we have the duo is back together again. We have Gotrek and Felix.
Oh, yeah.
They're both on the field together. Both of the dynamic duos here. And then we see Thorek Ironbrow, who is he's sort of like a map-wide support lord for the dwarves. He has this ability that buffs the entire army, like, map-wide.
Oh.
And he's okay, man. He's got a cool little lightning hammer thing. He's more of like a buff support guy, and he's pretty fun.
He's got some big guns on him.
Oh yeah, he's got his guns out. Yeah, he's got the crop top, not the crop top, the sleeveless.
Yeah.
The crop top. I'd like to see a good dwarf with a crop top, but not today.
Nice horn. And that's all the units?
That's all the units.
We're ready to go then.
Yeah. Let's see how these archers blot out the sun here on this map today, on Alpine Ridge.
Now, flying unit for Anarian's Wood Elf army is a big advantage here, because one of the reasons that the ranged armies like to run up the hill here is they can't actually see the enemy. So hopefully that dragon spots the dwarves earlier and they don't go stupid. Problem is, though, the dwarves are really short. So actually, even with the flying unit, can't see the dwarves over the hill right now, and their stealth is preserved.
It looks like they just spotted them now with the Hawk Riders, the Eagles
nice.
coming in from the side. I actually didn't even see those Hawk Riders were there, but they're going to fly over and start skirmishing with the army. And we see the Sisters using their single target mode. That's the yellow attack. And now we see the archers firing over the hill, over the defilade. Wow.
That's a big deal.
For the Wood Elf AI. That is a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Hawks over here just need to do recon. Just the fact that they're allowing this out-of-line-of-sight squad sighting from the archers is massive here in turning the tide already.
Oh yeah, they're literally just spotting for the rest of the army right now. They are taking some return fire, and the Hawks don't like return fire, but they are. Looks like they're kind of dodging it. No, they're going into melee. They're scouting job done. They're now trying to go charge into melee. Are they fainting? I have no idea what those Hawks are doing.
Oh, there go the mining charges. Oh,
C4.
10 million. 10 million dead Wood Elves. Oh my god.
Oh my god, there's a massacre on the front line.
Yeah, that's a lot of blasting charges, and they're not done yet, folks. I've been on the receiving end of this when I tried to break a Dwarf Union striking back in '99, and let me tell you, it did not go well for the Empire State troops. It's not going well for the Elves here either. Those blasting charges are just terrifying to be on the receiving end of.
They are, but we do see all the Wood Elf shooting is online. The Sisters are taking a ton of range fire from these corridors that have kind of concaved and have formed like a little circle and are firing into them.
Yeah.
They will get their heal off though, even if they do get kind of low. So they will come back and have another chance, but neither side's shooting is really shut down. Although the Wood Elf shooting seems to be doing a lot. That initial blast of mining charges has done so much for the Dwarves here.
It feels to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels to me like even though the Elves are getting a lot of fire off like they want, they're like basic archers who don't have any armor pen, and the Dwarves are just too tanky.
Yeah, we actually see two variants. We see the Starfire Shafts, which do have armor pen, and then the Hagbane Tips, which have poison but aren't armor pen. So yeah, I mean, even if the armor pen ones don't do much damage, they have a pretty low damage amount compared to, like, you know, the higher tier Wood Elf archers. And the Dwarves are just super tanky, especially those Iron Breakers. You can see them in the middle. They're the ones with the little axe icon instead of the mining icon. They've taken almost no damage. Now the Sisters have 30 seconds for their ability to go off. It just did the initial proc. They have 20 seconds more. It looks like they're going to get it off because they're flying away from the route.
Yeah, they're routing.
But you should see them heal all the way back up to, I think, like half health or like 75% health. They get a big heal. But these Iron Breakers are so tanky. They don't care at all about the shooting. They're just wading right into the thick of it.
Yeah, they're so tough. They're taking so much of this fire. And it feels like the Wood Elf army basically got an ideal engagement off, like, positioning-wise. And yet still, the Dwarves have a lot of grunt to them. I mean, the Miners aren't that tanky. And there's still a lot of Wood Elf archer units still intact. But I feel like they lack, like, a really strong melee unit. Whoo! To, like, tie up the Dwarves long enough for the archers to run through all their ammo.
Yeah, and even if they do run through the ammo, I think just basic Dwarf Miners have, like, what is it, like 70 armor or something crazy? 80 armor. It's... I don't think they have enough DPS. Even with all these archers. This may have worked if you were fighting, like the Empire, with state troops, or, like, the Bretonnians with peasants or something, but the Dwarves are just too tanky. They just don't care about the shooting at all.
Oh my god, yeah. And Gotrek is just, like, cutting them up. He's making elf steaks right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's getting shot up a bit from the Sisters and some of the archers in the back line, but he doesn't care. He's unbreakable. He's going to fight to the bitter end here. And yeah, the dwarf melee line, backed up by a little bit of firepower, seems to just be doing work here. And those blasting charges did so much initially as well.
Oh my god, yeah, Felix is in the center, like two-handed greatswordy motherfuckers as well. God damn. Because elves have trained for like 10,000 years in like techniques, and then he kind of just hits them with his sword in an overhead, and they die.
Yes. You're an elf, you've lived for like 400 years, you've trained for centuries, you finally get into combat, you charge up the hill, and you just get a brick of C4 tossed in your face.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how that feels.
You can't train for that.
Can't train for that, can't prep for that. And I think one critical thing here is that the Sisters have been firing in ranged mode all day. Now, you can take them off of the Dragon Mount on an Eagle instead, which is much cheaper. That cost of bringing the Dragon has kind of been wasted because the Dragon hasn't been meleeing at all. It's just been shooting. So, oh my god, we see more C4 on the flank annihilate the Wood Elf position. Oh my god.
Oh no.
All those units instantly from C4 from those Iron Breakers. And they're still throwing even
And the miners just like wade through the fire. They don't even give a shit.
They have 80 armor. They don't care. Oh my god. Insane. insane damage from those blasting charges.
This, what do they say? The sticking out nails get hammered in? That's what I'm seeing visually right now of the dwarves rushing through the remaining elves.
Yep.
What's even left for the Wood Elves at this point? It's all over. It's Jover, that's it.
It is over. That is, it's Jover. The dwarfs take it against, and that's Anarian's Wood Elves out for I think the first time ever in an MJP Total War tournament.
Yeah.
Anarian's Wood Elves have been defeated.
It's crazy. And
By a well-balanced C4 focused comp for a momentary.
a well-balanced C4 comp. That's the Rats PMC way coming out there into the old world. Great job, Momo.
Would not be surprised if Momo is in Arma throwing some C4 right now as we speak.
I would not be surprised if Momo is 3 feet tall in armor as we speak. But yeah, those Sisters of Twilight, they really didn't do much. They got 3 kills, did 800 gold value, which I guess is terrible, but...
I think they were shooting at the characters the whole time, which,
yeah.
Granted, could be good, but they weren't doing nearly enough damage to make a difference there. They didn't even kill any of them before they were able to chop through their army, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so.
and none of those poor archers really got to pop off. The only unit that really popped off for the Wood Elves is, I mean, 1 unit of Eternal Guard, and even they didn't do much gold damage. You just got a lot of kills that no one else did. Meanwhile, on the Dwarf team, oh my god, like, kills on everyone.
And just look at the HP on those Iron Breakers.
Yeah.
Look at their HP pools.
100%.
They're being shot at for most of that game. They don't care. They have like 100... how much armor do they have?
Yeah,
125 armor with a shield and, like, yeah, they don't care.
They're
They'll
full
get
health.
shot at all day.
They're ready for another battle, and honestly, it was the crossbows that really popped off for the dwarves too, because they just got to do their job the whole time, and they weren't stopped by armor. It's funny, like, the ranged army of the Wood Elves got outranged by the dwarves, really.
Yeah, outranged in 2 ways, from the quarrelers and the miners. That's kind of the beauty of this comp from Momo. It's actually very well structured. You have 2 sources of DPS. You have the initial shock damage in the C4, and then you have the sustained damage in the quarrelers. And then you're just dwarves, so they hold the line, and you have a nice hero core to fight it out against any characters that come in. It's actually a very well-rounded comp that I think the AI can use very well.
Yep.
Which that's one of like the very underrated parts of army building in this. You have to build around the AI.
Yeah.
And I think Momo did an excellent job there.
Yeah, it's not about building a good army, it's about building an army that's good in the hands of the AI, that's right.
Yep. Alrighty. So, on to our next matchup, where we have Slithy's Staunch Spears. Slithy representing the High Elves for the first time in the tournament so far. For
Okay.
High Elves. And we have So Salty Seaman, which is So Salty Salt's Vampire Coast. So 2 kind of ranged heavy factions going up against each other, which is what we kind of just saw, even though they both opted for Alpine Ridge despite having shooting builds. So let's do the coin flip.
Let's see some Assur here.
Oh my god, the lore accurate name for them, Beagle? I'm surprised.
I had to learn
You're
it.
brushing up on your Warhammer reading?
You know, I told you why I learned this, because I'm doing the role-playing game of Jamble.
Oh, of course, yes.
And
Slithy,
she
you
met
won
them.
the coin toss. What do you like? That's funny. That's your portal into all the Warhammer fantasy.
It
lore.
is, yeah. I've learned a lot about Wissenland, about the Empire. Learning a lot.
Tell me a little about Wissenland. Let's have a lore chat while the players do their picks.
Well, there's that really cool guy who duels everyone.
A really cool guy who duels everyone.
Yeah, he's like the son of, like, he's the sister of, he's one of the von Liebenwitzes. He's the sister of what's-her-name, who becomes the Elector Count later on. Yeah, her name's Emmanuel, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and it's her brother, I think, who just, like, duels every motherfucker and has, like, killed so many Empire nobles in duels. They call him the something, was it the Bloody Blade or something? I can't remember. It's been too long. I'm, like, months out of practice now, actually. So I hype myself up too much.
I don't even know this, so I'm Googling it now.
Oh, you don't even know it? Yeah, it's, I can't fucking remember his name. It's, Emil? Emil von Leibowitz or something? Oh, Leos von Leibowitz, as Talbot says. And yeah, he just loves to duel. He just duels everyone, he kills them up. And, like, they say something, he's like, I'm insulted, then he duels them and he kills them up.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's cool when someone says hurtful words and you kill them, for sure.
Oh my god.
In the lore of Warhammer.
Von Leibowitz, though. Oh my god. The exposed upper thighs. Have you seen a picture of this woman?
Sammy.
Yes.
First you think women can just be sent
my
off to
God.
do things for you. And now you just can't stop talking about their exposed upper thighs. I would never talk about that. Why are you talking about it?
I don't know. Slippy wants to do Alpine Ridge again. Why do they all want to do Alpine Ridge?
I told you, it's nothing but Alpine Ridge from here to the end of the tournament.
This map is not going to be in AI WARZ 3. I'm saying that much. Okay. And then we have Salty Salt on attack. Okay.
Maxi says the dog, spending 60% of every match upskirting beastmen. Guards, have that chatter removed from the arena. Have Maxi removed from the Thunderdome. They've lost their composure. Guards!
Wow. Talk about glass houses.
Okay, what do you want to know about them?
Okay.
What's the best kind of paint for a glass house, Sammy?
Shut the fuck up. Let's get into this goddamn match.
Let's do it!
We have
because the
Slippy's
sooner these
Isles
matches
versus-
are over, the sooner I get to buy some chicken nuggets.
Oh my god. Versus Slippy's Isles versus Salty Salt Vamco. Let's get into it.
I did
Alpine
check out
Ridge,
the Dwarf
I fucking
realistic. Yeah, we love Alpine Ridge. I wasn't joking. I could feel it in my bones, like, psychically, that we were going to play this map for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
Automod held a message for reason, race, ethnicity, or religion. Quote, is the paint slave color? What does that... KCLT! I see why Automod stopped you on that one, because that's probably not... I don't know, I think Automod did a justified kill on you.
I think so too. That sounds kind of sus to me.
I started reading that, and I was like, oh no, I think Automod got you good there.
Okay. Well, enough auto-modding. Let's talk about the comps. And oh my bird.
Let's talk about auto-battling.
We got stop the auto-modding, get to the auto-battling. So...
It's okay,
Wood
KCLT,
Elf
I know.
Army, I mean, the High Elf army. This is a very uncharacteristic army for the High Elves. We see a big melee line, which is not something the High Elves usually do. You usually see a lot of spears. You don't see a lot of rangers, which are like kind of their low-tier anti-infantry, anti-chaff unit. We see one unit of ROR Spearmen. We see the Puremen Company, White Lions ROR.
The what? The what? The what men company?
The Puremen Company?
Oh, I misheard that. Go on.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said the Pure Men Company.
No.
Okay, never mind. It's fine.
The Puremains. And then we see Tyrion leading the army with his fancy flaming sword. And up in the sky, we have not one, not two, but 3 different birds.
Birds.
We got the Frostheart Phoenixes, which are little frosty phoenixes that slow things. Then we have the Arcane Phoenix, the Omen of Assyrian ROR, which I believe, yeah, it gives an AoE leadership buff, immune to psychology, and it can also turn into a giant vortex of magic. Like, it has an ability where it just turns into a magical vortex.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now, on to the Vampire Coast, which is the same army we saw.
Straight onto the Vampire Coast, Sammy? Isn't there something you've forgotten?
What did I forget?
There's a single woman on the entire elf army, and you just ignore her.
Oh, the mage?
Sammy, come on.
The life mage.
She's just the life mage, right? She's just the pocket mercy. Tell us how you really feel, Sammy.
You don't know that.
Okay. We'll just ignore her. Go on.
I think she's probably going to be a very powerful component of this army because she's going to be healing.
Do you?
But that's all
do
she's
you?
Gonna do. There's not much to talk about.
That's all she's gonna do. That's all she's gonna do, Sammy. That's all she sums up to.
She might die as well because she has really poor melee stats. But
oh wow.
That's about it.
Well, why don't we go over to the vampire pirates?
The Vampire Coast, which has no women in their army at all.
Yeah.
Unless you think some of those bloated corpses might be. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Oh, they're bloated now, are they?
Yeah, they're all like waterlogged.
I actually can't see them. Where are they?
All of them? No, not the unit, the bloated corpse. I'm talking about just like the zombies.
Oh, in general. They don't look very bloated. I think they're taking good care of themselves.
Yeah. Salty says you made sure I was an attacker. Yes, Salty, but on this map, it doesn't matter because both armies move to the center because they don't have line of sight of each other at the start. So both armies advance to the top of the hill anyway. Welcome to Alpine Ridge.
But flying units for the elves might change it around.
Yeah, the flying units might spot the army for the Vampire Coast early. But it's the same comp. We already talked about this. It's the depth guard line with the gun line behind it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So I think that the problem here is the Wood Elves don't really have much to get through those depth guard. I mean, the birds technically can, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. The Rangers are going to get chopped up by them. Tyrion will have a great time, though. I think Tyrion will just chop through a bunch of vampires. He'll love it.
The Mongol Haunters are clawing their way in front of the army. That's what I'm going to look like when I claw my way through the McDonald's drive-thru menu to get my nuggets after this tournament. But the birds do spot the vampire army right away. That very cute little omen of a Syrian bird. Oh, casting some little breath spells? Go on, have a little treat.
That's actually Tyrion. That's Tyrion's ability from his sword, which he completely whiffs.
Oh, the bird wouldn't have whiffed it. The elves are meeting with the Mongol Haunters on top of the, oh my god. On top of the hill right now. They're all fucking dead. Those elves that just got flung. And the lines are meeting. Little bit of ranged. Not really any range for the High Elf army. It's like all melee. Just a bit of range for the Pirate Coast of their mortars and their gunners. I feel like that's gonna tell. What do you think of the army's chances against each other here?
I see our bird. You said it wouldn't miss a cast. Oh no, never mind. It did. Okay, never mind. It's still good. I thought it cast a spell. We see the birds fighting the Morngulls, which I think is actually going to be pretty pivotal. Actually, the birds going for all three characters. All three birds split up amongst all three of the enemy characters. That's actually pretty good, because birds are kind of good duelists against characters. And I think that might be able to make a huge difference here for the High Elf army, if they can take out these three character combo pretty early.
Well, they've got to do something, because the whole time this is going on, classic Lord sniping here as a substantial range backline for the Vampire Pirates are just trying to fuck Tyrion and his little horsey. Other than that, you know, it's melee on melee, right? It's wherever the High Elf melee units can take on those depth guard. But, I mean, the Morngul Haunters are going down to these birds pretty hard. They're getting birded, Sammy.
Yes, and now we see Tyrion going to duel Noctilus. Tyrion is an incredible duelist, probably one of the best in the game. He will beat the brakes off Noctilus, but the shooting hurts a lot. And Tyrion, he does have an ability, just like the sisters, that gives him a burst of HP when he gets down to 25%. So he will get a giant extra heal at the end, but it's a nasty duel. Noctilus is also taking a ton of damage from the bird as well.
Yeah, the birds seem to be doing a lot of work here. It's bird versus gun.
Oh, yeah, and Tyrion gets into the backline. He just charges the Shade Wraith gunners. He gives no shits. He's into the backline, chopping through those, those ethereal ghost guns. And yeah, the birds take out both the Morngul Haunters, which is huge, because those are such a strong component of this vampire pirate army.
Oh yeah.
But although we do see the melee line is being kind of crushed in the center by the vampire pirates.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a lack of quality on the just basic spearmen there. Of course, all High Elf units are quality anyway, I would imagine. But just not enough. And the Pure Men Company, unfortunately, is not able to do a good enough job here against the much taller and sexier looking Death Guard.
Yeah, they normally would in a 1v1 fight, but the problem is this isn't a 1v1 fight. There's more Depth Guard than them. There's some random zombie units stuck in there. They've got a lot of...
Ooh, breath spell in the middle! Look at that breath spell!
Yeah.
Looks a bit better.
From Tyrion, that's going to be huge, I think.
That's a better breath spell.
Damage.
Yeah.
That is some great damage, actually, for the AI. I'm actually very impressed. But we see the Morgul Haunters are down. That's a big component of the Vampire Coast army dead. But now it's just these Rangers who are just... They don't have any armor piercing, and these Depth Guard have 90 armor. They're a big, beefy front line with high HP pool. So it's really, I think, going to be mainly on these birds to kind of carry this. We already see one of the birds going down.
Yeah, and that Mongol Haunter's actually been living for like another 2 minutes longer than it really should have after we called it was dead. It's just hanging in there against the special pretty bird. Big problem, and these Depth Guard just taking no damage.
Yeah, and the Morgul regens health and mana. That's why it's been able to stake in for so
long. Oh, no.
We see some spells going down from Noctilus. Where's Tyrion at? Tyrion's chasing the mortars. Tyrion's just cleaning... Tyrion was getting tired of being shot and is now clearing up the back line is what he's doing. But yeah, I'm just not sure if the High Elf army has what it takes to take out all these Depth Guard. These Depth Guard are just so strong.
Yeah, and all the elf units, especially the good ones, look so low on health. At least on the right side. That bird looking in bad shape. They finally got the other Mongol Haunter, so that is good for birds. The elves look a little bit stronger over here on the left, where you've got the Scions of Mathland, the Regiment of Renowned Spear unit here, with the Life Mage who's kind of like backline supporting them. If she's got enough wins left, if she can keep on healing, that's what the elves need here. The high elves really need that sustain, now that they've taken out the high value units, to really push through to the rest of this battle, you know?
Yeah, but there's so many depth guard, and depth guard also regenerate their HP in melee, so these depth guard can heal up. I'm looking at most of them. Most of them are actually getting close to their healing cap, it looks like, especially the ones fighting that bird on the other side. Ooh, but the bird gets its healing burst. So these are phoenixes, by the way.
Oh!
The Omen of Assyrian did just heal back to full HP, because it's a random chance to tick off, and it did just get its healing burst back up. Whoa. So it did just heal back to full.
Right when it needed it looked like, too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tyrion has captured the mortars and has commandeered them to fire on the depth guard. Heroic work, Tyrion.
Yes, it does appear that's been the case.
Yeah, excellent.
The Frostheart Phoenixes, though, do not get the healing button.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the frozen ones do not, because they're frozen.
I mean, not damn, I'm not biased. Whoever wins here, I'm happy, you know? I don't want the elves to win.
Yes. But I'm curious what Tyrion's going to do now that the mortar is cleared up. It looks like he's going straight for some depth guard. These are non-halberd variants. This will be a very good fight for him. He'll be able to just chop through those depth guard like they're nothing.
Oh, he really did.
There's so many more depth guard left on the field. The thing is, that high elf blob, like you said, that's getting healed by the life mage, they're actually sustaining pretty well. They might actually beat the depth guard. See another breath spell from Tyrion. Not going to be too effective there, I don't think. Yeah, not too much damage. Oh, it tickled those zombie gunners at the top of the hill a little bit. That's nice.
Could have been placed better, I think. I wish the AI had prioritized the gunnery mob, but I think they kind of want to break the depth guard here, which would be good, because then the elves can just run through. Now, the AI here is just blobbing all of the elf melee. Imagine if the AI sent some of this elf melee around to tie up the gunners instead. It'd probably be a lot better. Here does come some in the back now. Come in the back with the rangers. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. But they're here. Take over for me.
So we see the Omen of Assyrian unfortunately going down because some depth guard with pole arms rolled up. Tyrion, on the other hand, is still battling these depth guard, but he's taking actually a lot more damage than I thought. He would have taken him a lot more. I mean, Tyrion's really a duelist, and he doesn't excel against fighting like a giant group of infantry. Like, he will beat them, but it's not going to be a very effective fight. It's going to take him a while. The depth guard, meanwhile, are just, you know, DPS machines, just pouring it on him, and it's looking like it might be too much for poor old Tyrion right here.
Yep. they sure are. I don't know, like, I kind of believe in the elves here, but I feel like I'm wrong too. I want to see the elves turn this around to their blob. Oh, but the life mage is retreating. She is like, fuck this.
Oh, wait, we see a spell down from the Omen of Assyrian and casts its Vortex finally, but waiting for it to do this all game. Kind of tickles the depth guard. It's doing a good damage on the depth guard, actually. But, the Omen of Assyrian does go down, though.
Oh, no.
Right at the last second there. It did some good damage near the end, but... Oh, these depth guard are so healthy. They're almost all, like, regen up to their cap, so they've been regenning the whole fight.
Yeah.
So, wait, one last heal from the life mage. She's got another heal off. One last one, I think. But, is it going to be enough? I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to be enough. Look over on the other side of the hill. The Bloody Reaver depth guard are full health.
Oh, yeah, the Regiment of Renown. They have ward save of 40%. They can activate it. It's a special ability that gives them 40% damage resist. Basically makes him immune to damage. And Tyrion just got his heal off, though. Whoa, Tyrion back to full HP.
Whoa!
That's huge.
If Tyrion, like... He's not the Phoenix King, by the way, I learned this. But if Tyrion...
Yes, he's not the king.
If Tyrion is able to, like, carry here, that's, like, the only way. Like, if he gets the range blob or crushes the depth guard from behind, but I think it's going to be too late because the elves are all falling over there.
And he's charging right into the worst target. He's charging into the Bloody Reaver, a polearm depth guard.
Well,
this is the worst place for him to be.
He's got a nephew in the Pure Men Company. He really wants to help him out.
Yeah, apparently. All four of them that are left alive. Oh, but he casts his little breath spell. Is this going to do good damage? No.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. Oh, but what the? Look at this pathing from Tyrion. Look at his path the AI has him going on.
Yeah.
Like, avoiding the units to go to the main blob
Avoiding
fight,
the range units.
He doesn't want to get tied down by the zombies, I think. Can he make a difference in this blob? There's not really much infantry left to buffer for him is the problem. There's so many halberds there. Noctilus himself, the leader of the Vampire Coast Army, he also has a halberd, so he's going to be good for fighting Tyrion.
Yeah, he's just too late. If Tyrion had showed up, like, 3 minutes earlier, he could have turned this around, maybe even killed the Noctilus and turned the fight around. But as is, he's
well,
just here too late.
I think so too. All his infantry is gone. It's just him at this point, and I don't think he has what it's like. Like I said, he's a duelist. He's on a blender. He's not very good at clearing masses of infantry.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to duel Noctilus here.
The Life Mage trying to assist her Fail Sun King.
Heal.
I mean, Fail Sun Tyrion.
Prince. We call him the Prince.
Yeah, but
she gets one last heal off, but
and then she's kind of out of there.
Until the end. Yeah, now Tyrion's getting shot by some of the gunners, exposing himself to some of the fire. He's trying to cycle charge, it looks like, but it's not enough. He's breaking, and he's gone.
And that's it.
And that's another win for the Vampire Coast.
And another loss for Tyrion. How sad. Very disappointing.
Yes. Common Tyrion L.
Common Tyrion L.
And yeah, wow, those Morgul Haunters got so much damage value despite dying fairly early on to the birds. And...
oh, wow. They really did.
Yeah. If I'm being honest here, I just didn't like the High Elf lineup. I think that they went for like sort of like a chaff killing build, but you just saw the Vampire Coast win the first round with this depth guard like elite stack, right? And like if they brought heavy range, there's not really anything here to shut down the ranged. Like I think the High Elves needed like maybe like a dragon or like a big monster or something, some sort of anchor piece more than just the Phoenixes.
There is a really nice Ranger unit that had 223 kills, 1,500 gold value. I think that was the one that was hanging on till the end there.
I think, actually, no, I think those were the ones that went to go fight the range units, because they were chopping through the zombies and the Shade Wraith Gunners and stuff. I think that might have been that one.
That's an insane
it could have been the
amount.
one getting healed, because they have a lot of... like, those zombie gunners, I don't think are enough value. Those might have been the one fighting the depth guard that were getting healed the whole game. That Life Mage actually was like the whole reason the Hiles were even in that match. Just healing that blob over and over. She probably got, like, it's not reflected on her actual damage value, but she probably got so much value just off the healing.
Yeah, a lot of support there. I think just a lack of ranged fire for the High Elves really hurt them. Nothing to take out those depth guard.
I think, yeah, because depth guard don't have shields.
Yeah.
Like one or two archer units, and you just turn the depth guard into pin cushions.
Yeah, they had such a good game.
Okay. Yeah, they did. All right, it's all about the elves apparently in the second round, because our next matchup is going to be Goff the Great with the Dark Elves, Goff's Dilfs, versus Nieman's Greenskins, the Haga.
Oh, the ones who
round
beat
one.
the Beastmen with the... yeah, okay.
With the Queen, yes.
Will we see the
So let me
spider
get the coin flip here.
return?
Will we? Let's see. Now, the Dark Elves also have their own thing of beasties they can call out. Now, the Dark Elves have won the coin toss. Goff, if you are here, what would you like to pick?
How many eggs are we going to see in this next match?
Eggs?
The spiders.
Ash Plains. Oh my god, it's not Alpine Ridge. Hallelujah.
Let's do it.
Let's go to Ash Plains, the deserts of Nekara, a big flat map. And then Nieman, if you are here, would you like to attack or defend?
Deserts of Neko.
Nieman is here. Attack. All right, and the comp has been selected. Goff, which comp would you like? Okay.
All right, Chad,
We will see the return of the Queen.
I gotta eat some more grains. Hang on. I'm starving here.
All right, then Goff going with comp 2.
Come on.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, Sammy.
I think this is the Queen comp. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, Slinky brings up a great point in the tournament chat that we have on Discord. That Count Noctilus, the Vampire Count Lord in the last matchup, was casting heals the entire time as well. Which is probably keeping those depth guard in the fight for much longer than they should have been.
Oh, that's why Depth Guard looks so good out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, depth guard are also awesome, but yeah. Okay. Dark Elves for the first time. Now, we already know Nieman's comp with the Arachnarok Queen and the just mess match of Orc units. So I don't think we'll go over to that too much, because we've already seen it happen once before. But, ooh, I see something very threatening for the Queen in this Dark Elf army. Let's start with the big hitters, the Black Guard of Nagorond. They are over on the right side of the army. These are the Dark Elf Elite Halberds. They're some of the best halberd units in the entire game. These bad boys will just grind through any monster in the game. They'll go through a Dreadsaurian, they'll go through an Arachnarok Queen. They are not to be trifled with. They're a very strong unit. And yeah, they're going to be the answer to the Arachnarok Queen. It's simply a question of them being infantry if they can actually get on top of it. For the rest of the army, we see some Witch Elves in the middle. Witch Elves are an excellent unit to include on, I think, in any matchup. They have a debuff that rampages and lowers the melee defense of any unit they're fighting, which is great. They are a glass cannon, though, with only 5 armor, as you can very clearly tell. Check out those abs, by the way.
Oh, I am. They're an amazing unit in Blood Bowl, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're familiar with them from Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I've had some dummy mommies.
We have 3 Black Guard of Nagorond. I didn't see with another one on the other flank, so that's actually really menacing for the Greenskin player, staring down that gun. And then another nasty thing on the flanks are we have 2 Cold One Knights. These are kind of elite-ish Dark Elf cav, and they're the bonus versus large variant, so they're going to be also a very good answer against the Arachnarok Queen.
Dinosaurs. We know dinosaurs are strong.
Yes. They have stolen these dinosaurs from the Lizardmen and have tamed them and now ride them.
Powerful.
Yes, very powerful. We see some Dark Shards in the back line. These are extremely powerful, high DPS, armor-piercing crossbows. They're actually the Dark Elves' basic crossbow unit, but they're extremely good. Low range, not the greatest ammo count, but they do insane DPS. For the Lord, we see Lokir Fellheart, the Pirate Kraken Lord himself. He's a pirate guy. He does pirate things. He's got 2 swords, and he swords things. And then we see a Master, which is a Dark Elf, basically like a Beast Lord. Like, he kind of tames beasts. So he's another bonus for large character as well.
Okay.
All in all, a really great comp to answer the Arachnarok Queen. I think that Niemann was just happy to bring the Queen out again, but the Goff, the Dark Elf player, was clearly thinking about this, because this is a very, like, anti-monster comp.
Alright, well, let's see it.
Alright. Let's see how it goes out here, out in the plains of Nehekar in the shadow of the pyramids. Let's see how things fold out. So, of course, both sides moving up to engage.
Yeah, we got the orcs coming in with that big spider comp. Now, this Greenskin army did do pretty good in that last battle. I mean, Kazrak made it pay for it, but overall, like, the spider was just raging around. Those trolls were raging around. It was like this huge line of Greenskin army, like muscle thickness, just to tie up the main battle. And then you had like the spider and everything just going around, just doing whatever it wanted, just killing like one blob at a time. It's so, like you said, I think it's gonna be a really big deal of, can the Dark Elves kill the spider? Can they kill the trolls with the spears?
Yeah, and we're gonna see right now the melee lines are meeting. I think the Greenskins definitely have the advantage in the melee. It's gonna be these Dark Shards are gonna be doing a ton of damage though, and they need to be able to shut those down because here come the crossbows, and God, that's a lot of damage already into the spider.
And VAR coming in there. We have Cold Ones coming in from behind as well. Whiff looking of a spell. Casted in the rear.
Whiff. That hit nothing there.
The AI was programmed to be that bad at casting spells. As the Cold One comes in from behind, and immediately getting the Night Goblin archers all dinosaured up. Spider doing his little rampage, but already look how much damage the Spider's taken.
Yeah, and mainly from the range units, not even from the melee ones. The Greenskins need to tie down these Dark Shards because they're just pouring on so much DPS into the Greenskin army. And we see the Trolls break through. The Stone Trolls have broken through the front line and are into the back line, and they will wreck these Dark Shards in melee.
And that's what the Orcs need here. Get rid of these Dark Shards. Fuck them up with those big clubs. Oh god. Ah!
We see a bit of a character duel in the middle. We have Azag and his Black Orc versus Big Boss versus the Lokir Fellheart and the Master. I'm not sure who wins this fight, actually. Lokir's a pretty good duelist. Azag is kind of a hybrid caster lord, but we'll see. Oh,
what's that
this
buff?
is the Dark Elf's mechanic going down, by the way. This is Murderous Mastery. It is a buff the entire Dark Elf army gets after they get a certain amount of kills. So the entire Dark Elf army now just has a giant combat steroid for the next couple seconds.
Okay.
So it's part of one of their faction mechanics. I should have mentioned this at the start of the battle. So the Dark Elf army is now fighting much harder for this duration. The nice part is that the range units are tied down, so they can't get their increased DPS out right now. And a lot of the melee units are stuck fighting the Greenskin chaff, just massive orcs.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Just a massive orcs they're all blobbed into, and they do seem to be trading better with the buff, but not good enough compared to the spider. But that spider is lower. It looks like the characters for the Dark Elves are kind of losing in the center a little bit.
Yeah, Azag's looking pretty worse for wear too. I'd almost say the Greenskin characters are worse off, but both sides characters are kind of taking...
No, you're right. You're right. With Loki there, Loki's feeling fine. Lots of health. Actually doing okay there against the big boss. It's a bit even, I guess, because the big boss is pretty healthy too. We'll see.
Yeah, Loki also heals HP. He regenerates as well. So not a lot of regen, but a tiny bit. So he will get some health back. We see the spider is summoning its little babies in the midst of the Black Guard. And this might be like the ace in the hole for the spider. If we could tie down the Black Guard fighting its children instead of fighting it, that might give it like the space it needs to actually do damage and not take it in return. Well,
I'd better do it quick because that spider is really low. Only 4,000 health left. It's almost down to a quarter of its HP bar. It's dying a lot quicker than it did against the Beastmen, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's fighting those elite Blackguard halberds who, again, are just designed to kill big beasties like this.
Big blob of, like you said, those Blackguard. They are just hanging in there so good on the left side of the army. Look how healthy they are.
Yeah. And we see the Greenskins do win the side cav engagement against the Coldwell Knights. They bring up their tattered remnants, but they're charging like these beefy halberds. I'm not sure the cav's going to be too impactful here. Where we see a big spell going down from Azag, another purple sun, but this one's good, but it's on his own units. Wait, he just killed his own units.
Why, Azag? Why?
Oh no, onto his own savage orcs.
Oh god. That would have been nice if it got up in the center.
At the center of that Black Guard blob, but it did not. It whiffed just off to the left in his own units. Oh,
how do you feel if you're the coach of this army, watching your team captain just completely whiff those spells?
It has to feel bad. It has to feel terrible, if I'm being honest.
I feel terrible for them, Sammy. And hungry.
Yes. Now, I think the MVP of the match right now are the Stone Trolls, who have just cleaned through the backline. They've cleaned through the cav that tried to stop them. They've cleaned through all the archers. They've cleaned through multiple infantry that have tried to rally back. These Stone Trolls have done work for the Greenskins team this game.
Yeah, but look at these little snotling pump wagons. Oh, they're getting, like, just obliterated. What the hell are these things?
They don't want to be funny out, but they're little shitty chariots run by these little tiny, like, even lower than goblin Greenskins. They're little ramshackle chariots. I wouldn't put much faith in them. Now we see the Stone Trolls coming to join the fight against the Blackguard. Again, it's a bad matchup for them because it's halberd infantry versus large targets, but the Stone Trolls can still put out pretty good DPS.
Yeah, and they bring a charge in the rear, which might be enough to break the morale on the Dark Elves here if it's sustained for a while. The big spider went over to fight the other Blackguard. I just don't think the spider's got the health or morale needed to fight this unit for long enough. About to rout.
No, it's not doing good. And we see Azag's routing now for the second time. If he routes one more time, he shatters, and that could really be devastating for the Greenskins.
Oh my god, it feels so Jover for the Greenskins.
I don't know though. They do have some good. They do some Night Goblins, have some Orc Big Guns. They do have some grindy infantry left, but yeah, they don't really have many units left on the field. And Loki is still looking healthy. He's still regenerating.
Sammy, the only unit that isn't routing for the Greenskins right now is the Spider Children, and that's because they're too young and innocent to know how lopsided this battle is.
Oh, but I think they might have just found out. They might have had some shock.
Yeah, they're chasing their mother.
Going into this cruel world.
Yeah.
Go back to mama.
That's gonna be it, I think. There's very little still on the field. Everyone's shattering. Oh, hang on. Azag and the Spider turning around, but can they do anything at this point?
I'm not sure. Their leadership solo, they're just going to rout again. And yep, Azag's gone again. And he's shattered, and that's going to be it for the Greenskins. Their army's going to all entirely rout now.
Big loser energy from Azag the Slaughterer, unfortunately, today. That is just not orky enough. This is what happens when you fuck with spells.
The Spider is still going back in, but yeah, those Blackguard will eat it for breakfast.
Spider, no! Your children need a mother. More than they need a martyr. Oh no.
And I think this was just a great read from Goff. I think Goff had this like triple Blackguard army in his pocket, and Goff saw what the Greenskins did the first round. It was just like, I know there's gonna be a big old spider. Pick my comp with the anti-large.
Yeah, I got the big anti-monsters comp. It's a good thing to flex into here.
Yeah, and I think that's the danger of just picking the same comp 2 rounds in a row, is that you kind of have shown your hand now, and if you don't change things up, you have to expect that somebody's going to counter you. And yeah, if you look at the value for the Dark Elves, it's all in those Blackguard and what else really? The Dark Shroud's got insane value despite getting shut down super early. For the Greenskins side, the Stone Trolls did great. Those little Snotling wagons actually didn't do too bad. And then the rest of the army is just had like okay value, but nothing too crazy. Some of the Night Goblins actually had insane value, 1,000 value on them. That's pretty good.
Range units, gotta have those range units.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine if Azhag had, like, not done NA spellcasting. That could have been a very different...
Yeah.
If any of those 3 spells had actually been on target, it could have been a very different battle.
And not on their own units, yeah. This is why I would always caution people to avoid bringing, like, the big ticket spells, like, you have to cast on the ground, because the AI frequently misses those. The direct damage ones or the buff spells, I think, are much better.
Can't miss them.
Can't miss them, exactly. Okay, so that is a win for Goff the Great's Dark Elves. Goff the Great, by the way, the winner of the most recent Mechabellum tournament, so...
He knows how to play Autobattlers, folks.
He does. He has the advantage here, I think. Okay, we're halfway through round 2, Beagle. We are very close to your chicken nugs.
Chicken nugget. Okay, we got 4 more matches here. The next one is McDonald's flavored. It's Beardy Macca's.
It is!
Maxie's
Beardy
Dwarves.
Macca's.
Yeah, and it's versus We Make Good House Pets, Daxie's Lizardmen. I want to see that dinosaur again.
I want to see the Dreadsaurian again. However, the winner of the coin flip is Maxie's Dwarves. Maxie, what would you like?
Lizardmen may make good house pets, but what do dwarves make in this matchup?
What do dwarves make? McDonald's, apparently.
Yeah. And the Rune Fangs, you know, I learned about that too, of course.
Tempest Plains. Is this... Wait, have we not done Tempest Plains this tournament?
I don't even know what the maps are called. I just know there's the hill one, and then there's the pyramid one, and there's the butt one.
Yeah, we've mainly done those two. Tempest Plains. Oh, no, this is the Kislev one. Okay, and then... Daxie... Wait, yeah, Daxie is here. Attack or defend, Daxie. So the dwarves picking the map with the valley in the middle, and Daxie wants to be on attack. Okay. What comps do you both want to use? Daxie going comp 1.
You must have put a lot of work into this, Sammy, to get all these comps all prepared early ahead of time.
They put all the work in. They were the one who built the comps. They just sent them into me, and I
Oh, it's just a file? Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for the person who made theirs in Excel.
Yeah, that was Nieman, I think, who we just saw lose.
Oh, no.
Honestly, that comp was pretty good for one built in Excel, if I have to say so myself. Okay, let's get into it.
It's not about the tools, it's about the skill behind them.
So I think we have 2, well, no, we didn't see the dwarf comp before, because this dwarf player hasn't been in, this is the first time we're seeing the dwarf player, Maxie. But we see a different comp for the Lizardmen, which I don't think has a Dreadsaurian in it, unfortunately.
Little skink.
But it is a bit of a different lineup. Oh, do we have skinks? Oh, is leader Oxyotl?
Oxyotl.
Yes, Oxyotl the Doomslayer.
Is he now?
The Lizardmen
or are they
Doomslayer.
now?
Yes, hang on. I'm going to send you some amazing fan art. Give me one.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Where's the image? There it is. So, Oxyotl's lore, Beagle. I'll tell you the deep Lizardman. Oxyotl was around in the world like 8,000 years ago when Chaos first invaded. He's an old timer.
Okay.
And during the initial Chaos invasion, which was like when the apocalyptic one that nearly ended the world, he got transported into Hell, into the Chaos realm, into the Chaos realm of Chaos, and he stayed there for 8,000 years, surviving and killing the shit out of demons.
Nice.
Until he returned.
I respect that.
I've just DM'd you the fan art. This is why people know him as the Lizardmen Doomslayer.
Okay, let me look at the fan art. Hang on. He's got like a chameleon head going on.
He is a chameleon. He's a chameleon skink.
Cool.
He's a hunter.
Oh, this is pretty good fan art. I gotta show this. Hang on.
It is pretty good.
This is our guy right here. Okay. Okay, nice. So basically, they're gonna win, right? He's gonna win?
Well, these aren't demons he's fighting, unfortunately. If it was
True.
versus Khorne or demons, I would say yes, but...
True, he's
these are
fighting dwarves.
So just out of his element.
He's used to being the smaller one, but against these dwarves, he might actually be the bigger one, and that could throw off his strategy.
Yes, and we do see what looks like an all-skink comp, I think. There's these red-crested skinks, these are the skink elites. They're actually very good against dwarves because they're armor-piercing. These are like the skink warriors class. They have these big clubs, they're really good. Oxyotl himself, I should go into, he's a sniper. He has a blow dart that like snipes things. He's also very stealthy.
Okay.
You see some normal skinks, the skink cohorts. They're kind of like your chaff skinks, your hold the line skinks. We do see 3 units of Temple Guard. Now these are the elite Saurus, so this is like a very weird, funny dichotomy. You have like the horde of skinks, and then we have like the hyper elite Saurus here, which they're kind of anti-large, but they also have armor piercing. So I guess they're pretty good against dwarves. We'll have to see how they perform. And yeah, they are kind of what my guy's supposed to be modeled off. My little Saurus in the corner there.
Oh yeah, I see it. You're cute though. You're looking cute.
Yes. Then we have more salamander hunting packs. So I would have actually gone. The salamanders have a variant called the Razordons hunting pack, which is basically the same thing but with giant spikes and their armor piercing. I would have gone with them, but the salamanders can still put in work as a range unit. And we see double Bastillodon ambulances as well.
Looking for some sustain. Which, how do you think that's gonna pair with skinks, which are a bit squishier, right?
I think it actually might not be bad because they're fighting dwarves, who are typically not a high DPS faction and take a while to grind out. So if you can outgrind the dwarves, especially with armor-piercing units like Red Crest and Skinks, I think it could work out pretty well.
Okay.
But speaking of the dwarves, we have a much shootier build this time. First of all, we have some artillery. We have the Goblobbers, which is the ROR catapult unit. We have a line of Quarrelers, some Thunderers, so we got some guns, and then we have the Iron Drakes, the flamethrowers on the battlefield. And those could be very devastating against Lizardmen infantry, who are typically not very heavily armored. We also see a couple of miners with blasting charges. Again, pretty scary for Lizardmen infantry. You don't have heavy armor, and then just like a kind of solid front line here. And then for the Lord, we have just a regular casual dwarf lord, nothing special here.
Beautiful beard.
A smith from spell casting, and then a master engineer to buff up the range units and shoot some snipes and things. So, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So the dwarves are holding here. They do have the defensive position. They are on the defense.
Which is just what they're going to want to hear. I mean, it's a nice position. If they push up a little bit more to be even better, I'm actually wondering if they're going to have trouble shooting because of the... Actually, the defilade here that the AI isn't taking might provide the Lizardmen with really good cover right into the melee. Look at that.
Might, although the Lizardmen are supposed to be attacking. I don't know why they're holding position. I did put, like, both sides are not attacking, so I'm confused here.
Well, they're Lizardmen are attacking. Oxylotl's going in.
Oh, is he? Oh, you know what? I don't see him because I'm playing as the other team, so I can't see Oxyotl. I have to do play by play. What is he doing, Beagle?
Oh, he's running straight through the center of the valley on a solo mission. He's going for a wide flank over to the left flank of the dwarves. I think he's doing recon before the rest of the army commits itself.
So here's the thing as well. Oxyotl has snipe, so he can shoot unseen, which means if he starts shooting at the dwarves, they're actually not going to know about him. Oh, but he just got into melee range. Oxyotl, what are you doing? I know you're the Doomslayer, but I don't think you can melee this
the
army.
C4! Oh my god!
Wait, is this a big brain play? Is he eating the C4 so his army doesn't have to? But Oxyotl, you gotta get out of there, buddy. They're gonna kill you. Oh my god, he's eating all the C4. Wait, is this huge brain from the AI?
Correct response to a sniper.
Get him the C4. I don't think so, Beagle, because they need that C4 for the infantry. And now that the C4 has been expanded, the infantry are moving up. Wait, holy shit! I think this is huge brain.
They're hitting him with the fire. The dwarves are running up. They're just looking at him.
But what are they doing? They're too intimidated. They don't know what to think. They're like, what the fuck? It's still alive after we throw, like, I don't know, 2 gallons of C4 at them or something?
Yeah,
and they're flamethrowing their own troops.
What the fuck is going on?
Oxyotl's defeating the enemy army by just standing there.
Taking all of the fire, just standing there. The rest of the Lizardmen army is on the move now. The artillery's on Oxyotl. The C4's been expanded on Oxyotl. Everything's on Oxyotl right now.
Oh my god, we see spells, some Heaven's Casting being called down by the Lizardmen. Noxiel's gone invisible now. I can tell you when he goes invisible because I'm watching the Dwarf's POV. The Dwarfs cannot see Oxiel right now. He's invisible.
Okay, he's
they don't
invisible
know where
now.
the fuck he is, and he's shooting at them.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know he's in the exact same position he was before. He's revealed himself now. Oh man, the dwarf formation is like in shambles now. They're all like blobbing into each other.
Oh my god, has Oxiel broken the Dwarves? We see the Salamander packs now pouring fire, and they're shooting at the Iron Drakes though, which is a very bad target. The Iron Drakes have insane fire resist because they are flaring flamethrowers. They want to shoot at something else, but a giant blob is that a Comet of Cassadora? Oh my god, Beagle!
Oh my god! Oh! Mission failed! The ICBM came down in the middle of Dwarf Nation!
Holy shit!
My
Beagle
god.
might be the biggest brain AI!
This is insane! Now, the Lizard Skink Army. Health is a resource, Oxalotl on the last of his, but now the Skink Army comes in on the flanks, on every side at once. Fire from the Iron Drakes on the right side, trying to hold back the Skinks. Who are like... They're kind of like turning back and forth as they get engaged in melee there, but they're in and they're on the Iron Drakes there. Support fire in from the Salamanders. Yo.
Oh my god, this is insane. And the envelopment from the Lizardmen, they're wrapping around there. They're kind of like trapping the Dwarfs into this blob in the middle. And now the Salamanders are picking them off with the AoE fire. We see the Skinks now all jumping into a giant melee blob. The Dwarfs don't really have anything for blob clearing besides their Iron Drakes. Some of which are firing. Ooh, this is, oh my god, this strategy from the AI is insane.
It's all down to melee DPS now because there's not a lot of ranged fire seeming effective for the lizards. So,
yeah,
it's about these red-crested skinks and just the Lizardmen melee in general chewing through the dwarves and having the armor pen to not just get, like, sandbagged and tar-pitted by them forever. Now, these dwarves still have a lot of survivability. They're very tough.
Yeah, the Lizardmen do too, though, in some regards, especially with these ambulances, which I see are healing up some of the skinks right now. That's definitely going to be helping out the Lizardmen side a lot. And remember, these ambulances can also resurrect dead models. They're like undead, basically. They turn the Lizardmen to undead that can resurrect.
They really need an ambulance on the left flank. They've got them on the right flank, but they really need one on the left, I feel like.
Ooh, and some Thunderers have a great line of fire onto those Salamanders on the left flank, the one you were just talking about. You can see them in the trees there. They're able to fire off right from the side of the formation into the Salamanders and the other units.
What a sick angle, oh no.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all going to depend on here. Can the Lizardmen break through on this other side? You're actually using the ambulances to just batter down the Dwarf front line in conjunction with the fire from the Salamanders. Because the other front line is not doing very well. Again, without the ambulances, they don't have the sustain. And those Thunderers, that flank fire is so nice.
Yeah, it's doing some good damage into the red cresteds there. Let's see how the health is going for the dwarves overall. It looks like the dwarven line's getting pretty cheesed, honestly. They are not cheesed to meet you right now. Look at all the damage they're taking.
We have another ICBM launch.
Oh, no, shit.
Sorry, just a lightning. Just a lightning.
Just a little lightning.
Just a little lightning. Just a cruise missile, not an ICBM.
It looks like Oxiotl's push on the left is gonna fail here. Hasn't got the ambulance support. Oxiotl himself, not a lot of health left. And it's really just the skink cohort left. They haven't had their turn yet. But the dwarves are gonna crush in on that side.
Yeah, we do see the Temple Guard holding. They're the one healthy unit on that side that's in the middle. They will hold for a while. They're a very defensive, strong unit. Oh, it's all on this other flank with the ambulances to break through, but the dwarves are so resilient. It's just so hard to break through all that mass and that armor.
Even though they're range units, even though they're crossbowers, I think it's unquestionable that the Lizardmen will win on this flank, but will it be in time to support the other flank?
Yeah. And, I mean, those Temple Guard will hold for a long time, but they won't hold forever is the problem. You do see the Salamanders come back, and oh my god, they friendly fire! No Salamanders! Some friendly fire there, really critical against their good units.
Oxiotl in danger too, quite low.
He is. He'll route and come back though. He'll route, go invisible, and then make his way back over. Oh my god, but the Salamanders is friendly firing their own Temple Guard. You don't want to be doing that. Temple Guard, you're elites.
Yeah, they are holding for a long time though, just like you said.
And now we see the flamethrowers come back online, and they are shooting into the healthy Lizardman blob, which is not good. That's not what you want to see. And oh man, such a big brain opening, but just unable to crack open this dwarf wall here. It's looking rough for the Lizardmen right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Dwarves are just so tanky.
When I say it's looking rough.
Yeah.
They are. They're so tanky. I think they need like another comet. They're casting another lightning. Lightning's good though. It's a little incremental damage as opposed to one big thing of damage. And those longbeards might rout. The longbeards are routing. I think the Lizardmen have broken through on the other flank.
Nice.
Or is it too late? The Temple Guard's still holding with 14 models left. Still holding. The Skinks have now rallied. That routed earlier. They've come back.
Back in the fight. Those Temple Guard are so brave, even as they get friendly fired in the ass. It's finally going to break them. They're finally sick. They're going to go make a complaint of that. But they have held long enough for some of these Skinks to bounce back in. Is it going to be enough? Because the right flank is pushing through and breaking through the Dwarven melee line. They're about to get completely into the artillery, into the Thunderers, the Flamethrowers, the Master Engineer. I know it looks hard for them, but if the Skinks on no health can hold that left flank a little bit longer, they may be relieved.
Yep, we see another Thunderbolt coming down. Great cast. A ton of damage on that Thunderbolt. That Heaven's cast is actually doing work, doing a ton of damage. We see Oxyello appear out of the dark for a second.
Yeah, that full health Dwarf Lord's coming in, which is a problem. Gonna chase Oxyello off or kill him, and that's a big issue. That Dwarf Lord on full health is a big melee problem.
Yeah, I think the Temple Guard could maybe deal with him, but it would be close. Oh my god, this Master Engineer just tying down the entire blob of the other side. But we see some miners who still have their C4
oh no,
throwing it on the caster, the Skink Heavens caster. Poor
guy. Oh no.
If they take out that caster, that's also a big blow to the Lizardmen, as he's so much of their DPS right now with those lightning bolts.
Oh, there come the C4! Ah!
Oh my god. A lot of friendly fire there, and they're trying to flamethrower him too. God, they have no chill. More lightning coming down. Some last lightning before he goes down. Kind of a whiff there. The Dwarf force is looking kind of battered though. Oh, and you know what? I didn't realize there's 2 full health unit of Temple Guards in the other blob.
What?
Yeah, from all the ambulance healing.
Oh shit! That's a lot of lizard.
That is a lot of big, chunky lizards.
But in the middle, they're trying to finish off Oxyotl in the middle. He's so brave. He has 400 health. He's had that much for like 5 minutes. And the Quarrelers are trying to finish him off, but he refuses to leave the fight.
He's dodging the shots. The ambulances need to heal him, honestly. The ambulances can heal him up.
Oh, like, it's not an AoE?
No, it's target the single unit.
Oh, they should really fucking do that.
They should. I think they've been healing the Temple Guard, because those Temple Guard are so healthy in the other blob.
Hey!
That one Master Engineer in the middle is just soaking up all the attacks from these units. It's preoccupying all these melee units.
Yeah, check out the left, too. A bounce back on the left with the Salamanders killing the Runesmith over there. And now, you got a little bit more action on the left coming back in. The Dwarves are all routing, Sammy! They're scared!
They are, but these flamethrowers have just come back. There's only like 5 of them, but god, they can put out some DPS if they get on target. Especially into that blob. All these flamethrowers are going to hurt. They need to, the Lizardmen need to rout these guys off. Look at those flames go in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that hurts, even if there's only 5 of them. They need to get like the ambulances or something on top of them.
Yeah, but when you're born hot, Sammy, like Lizardmen are, you're used to it. I don't think they care. Those 5 flamers are not going to be able to turn us, I don't think. It's heating up even more in the center with some magic. Looks like some Dwarven magic.
But yeah, that was the Dwarf Runesmith magic. We see a nice Thunderbolt going onto that one intact unit of Quarrelers on the side there.
Oh, yeah.
Break that unit, I think. Oh
Destroyed.
my god, insane damage there. Good damage.
Yeah,
that
and their morale's
so
going down.
low. They need to finish him off. Now, Oxyottl's rallied in the back. If he gets routed one more time, he's broken and shattered. That's going to be a big morale blow to the Lizardman army. Oh, it's going to be so close here.
It'd be tragic because they're so close too. Both armies are pretty close here, I think.
They are. This is anyone's game right now. Oxyotl shatters. Now, the debuff will not go into effect until it reaches the edge of the map. But the thing is, Oxyotl's really fast. He's going to get there quick. Oh god, this flame... I just don't like these 5 flamethrowers. They're doing a ton of damage for free.
Yeah.
Something needs to stop them.
And the Thunder is on the right. There's a lot of health, but now the left side, I think, finally fully broken. And the Dwarves are consolidating all their firepower onto this right blob of lizards. I don't see... I don't see the Temple Guards surviving all of this gunpowder.
They do still have the ambulances up, which the ambulances can just heal for days. But the problem is they're just blobbed around these 2 characters. This Runesmith and this Dwarf Lord who refuse to die are just blobbing up all the melee units, making the perfect target for all this ranged. Oh, and when Oxyotl routs, it might be like a terror shock. It might shock all the infantry into routing off the battlefield. We see some skinks rallying back from the flanks, some basic skinks. The salamanders have come back and are now crawling on top of these crawlers.
Okay, we got some skins
I don't
coming
know.
around. They get the Thunderers on the left, which will be good. Huge rout on every dwarf unit. What is happening?
Yes, I don't know.
Everyone's routing, but Oxyonal's
The
about to
Dwarf
rout.
Lord's routing. Wait, the Dwarf Lord routed. Wait, is this it? Did Elizabeth just take
Holy
this? Wait, Elizabeth just won.
shit! The dwarves gave up.
The dwarves gave up.
The dwarves gave up.
Too many fucking lizards.
The dwarves threw. Right at the end there, they were just like, that's too much shit.
Shit.
They only needed to hang in there.
Oxyonal was about to rout.
They only needed to hang in there for like
Battlefield.
30 seconds for Oxyonal to rout, I reckon.
Oh my god, yeah. I think it was like the salamanders hitting those coilers from the back, and then the skinks coming back into the battlefield and tying up some of the range units. I think that turned it. Oh my god.
Damn, what the fuck happened there from start to
Wow.
finish?
So, first off, it opens up with fucking, I'm just gonna call it Oxyonal's Gambit. The fucking master play. The master plan from Skink Doomslayer. Just to go in solo, waste all the blasting charges, and blob up the enemy army so those units coming from both flanks. It's fucking incredible.
And that's powerful because, like, if that C4 had all gone off on, and even just the focus fire of the artillery, the gob throwers and stuff, if that had all gone off onto the Lizardmen, they would not have, they barely had the health to hang in as it was. So that was actually kind of huge-brained. And it never
That was
mattered.
enormous.
Because Oxyodal never died, so health was a resource, right? Every bit of that C4 was just wasted because Oxyodal didn't die.
Yeah. And then the second stage of that, which was the ICBM, the Comet of Cassandora on the blobbed up dwarf formation, it annihilated. I didn't see what unit it killed. It insta-killed one unit and got like 3 more down to half HP. That was insane.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
look,
Skink Priest, right? Because it's 2200
Yeah.
value on the Skink Priest there.
2200 value. And then just casting, that Skink Priest lasted until the last minute, just throwing those lightnings down, which those lightning spells are 100% armor piercing, so they wreck dwarves. And then you can see the Temple Guards had good value. The ambulances lasted until the end, and they kept that. They're the entire reason the Lizardmen won, I think, of those ambulances.
Yeah.
They just kept that entire formation on the side, like topped up, healed up, through the range fire, through the flamethrowers, through the melee grind. And wow, what a game from the Lizardmen! I am happy to see them take it into round 3.
That was insane shit. It was just that perfect storm of the Dwarf army running scared from Oxyodal and confused and just blobbing for that comet.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was amazing. Like Surrealistic saying, Dwarfs deserve the win. Way better comp to AI just man. I don't know. That's the beauty of the tournament.
Hey,
It's in AI hands. The AI played better for the Lizardmen.
hey, it's all skill, baby. You know, it's just like Mechabellum. It's all deterministic. You could have planned that the dwarves would do that. Definitely. Hey, the better army always wins, folks.
Yes. Okay.
Who's up
Okay,
next?
for our
Emmy?
next matchup, we've got Outline Lizards Vamp Coast, the Sunken Sinners, versus Demons Strong Together. Coiled Snakes Demons from round 1 that won it with like the giant hero goon squad of the big demons and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let's do the coin flip. We've got heads, so Outline Lizard, you are picking. I think Lizards.
Picking Alpine Hills.
Against demons? As a range faction?
Alpine Hills. They'll never
Lizard,
expect
tell me
it.
what you want to pick. Okay, Lizard actually wants to choose attack instead of the map.
Oh.
So that means that Coiled Snake, you get to pick the map.
Alpine Hills. Which is a bit of a misnomer because it's only one hill.
Yeah.
And it's really
Ash
just a
Plains.
ridge. Oh, here we go.
Yes, we're going to the flatlands of the desert. And what comps would you both like to pick?
Been seeing a lot of Neko Desert today. It's been good.
Yeah. Okay, Lizard's gonna go with comp 1. And then comp 3 for Coiled Snake. Now I'm gonna be curious because if we, well, hang on, let's upload to the game first, then we'll discuss what we're seeing, because we don't, yeah, these are different comps.
Alright, let's
Okay.
have a look.
Let's go. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, I'll be right back.
I wanted to do that. Don't listen to Sammy anyway. He casts from the bathroom. He's just trying to throw you off. Oh, it's Direfin Gaming. Cool. Hey, is that the... No, that's mortars. I was going to say, is that the big cannon? That's just mortars. What do you think? Who's going to win? The Vampire Coast Army or the referee? Oh, there's not as much fog this time. I can actually see. Yeah, it's a pretty cool town, right? It's cooler than my town. How many pyramids does my town have? None. Oh, I just doxed myself. Shit. There's like a Supreme Commander looking robot over there. That looks like an ACU with the head missing. There's like a wall over there. Cool.
Okay, I'm immediately seeing a lot of wings.
Oh, yeah, we are, absolutely. There's some there. There's some there.
Yes. Okay. Let's start with the demons here.
Oh, a Sphinx.
Another very elite comp from the demons strong together.
Yeah, this looks familiar. This is the same player, right? Yes,
same place. Coiled Snakes, Demons Strong Together. This is the one that had the very elite comp at the start, which we got another variation of. It's not the same one, but it's similar. In the front line, we have the Hellforged Host, the elite ROR Exalted Bloodletters. These are Bloodletters with heavy armor. So they have, not heavy, but medium armor. They have 60 armor, and they are a menace of an infantry unit.
I think my wife could kill him.
Probably. I think so, too. We see some Flamers of Tzeentch, which is the demon version of Iron Drakes. These things are just, you know, Tzeentchy flamethrowers. We see a Blood Shrine of Corn, which is like a buff unit. It's a motorcycle that also goes into melee and blends things up, but also buffs units around it.
Sick.
And then we see the Blazing Squealers, a ROR Exalted Pink Horrors of Tzeentch. Going back to the chat comparison before, these are like your tier 3, like 7-year-long subscribers, because these are the top tier.
And they still haven't gained a single inch of height.
They have not.
Shame,
They're still as short as ever. And then up in the sky, we have all the big hitters. We have some Screamers, of course. But then we have the Golden Griffin, which is the ROR Lord of Change, with some bound spells, so it has free spells it can cast. It's also very good at melee. We see Korn's Bloody Fist has joined us again, and then it is a Be'lakor as the Lord.
What's up, Be'lakor?
How's it going?
Now, take us over to the other side. What's going on at the Vampire Coast this fight?
So we actually have a different comp this time from the Vampire Coast. This is a different Vampire Coast player. This is Outline Lizards with Sunken Sinners. So this is not So Salty Seaman, which we saw earlier, which is the other Vamp Coast Depth Guard
Thank
span.
God.
There's a bit of a different one. We have a wide variety of units here. We have some zombie pole arms. These are your standard zombie frontline units. We have some gunnery zombies with shotguns, with rifles, with cannons. We see a mortar, we see Mourngulls, we see ghosts. This is an eclectic mix of units here for the Vampire Coast. We can see some Depth Guard in the back there. And yeah, the Sirens here, these are our ghost units for the Vampire Coast. They're a glass cannon, armor piercing, like just melee unit. They're kind of the same as Cairn Wraiths, kind of the Cairn Wraiths equivalent here. And yeah, not really a range focus, not really a melee focus, kind of a mix of both. Oh, we have Silastra as the Lord. Silastra Deerfawn is she's an drowned opera singer turned ghost lady who can summon in ghostly Bretonnia knights to protect her. So.
Oh, and she's looking pretty fabulous, honestly. She's got a great look.
She is pretty fabulous. She can also mount a giant crab, but the giant crab has not been brought today, unfortunately.
She's got like that WWE champion belt buckle.
Yes. Well, maybe that's a portent of things to come. Maybe maybe this is gonna be her AI WARZ champion buckle.
Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Depth Guard too is always good. We love Depth Guard.
Yeah. Now I think this comp might actually deal pretty well with the elite demons, especially with the Depth Guard and all the shooting. We will see.
Let's see right now, Sammy. Let's find out.
Let's get it started. Yep. The one thing is, a lot of these ghost units are not going to fare very well against the demons, because demons all do magic damage. I would not recommend bringing ghosts against a demon roster, because they all have magic damage, all of them, but we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Demons are like a step up from ghosts.
Yeah. They're like ghosts, but, I don't know.
Who would you rather be haunted by, a ghost or a demon?
Definitely a ghost. Ghosts, I feel like you can chill with. I feel like I can have a beer with a ghost, you know?
Exactly. That's why demons are a step up. They're much scarier.
Yeah, so at the start here, we're seeing the Vampire Ghost shooting, just wrecking the demon front line a little bit. We see some magic go down, but, ooh, actually that really hurts the Shade Wraith Gunners. Ouch, that did not feel good.
Whoa. Massively tanks their HP. They're down to half. Oh, and now there's fucking wolves made of gold attacking them. Kind of whiffing them.
That kind of whiffed. That's the bounce spell from the Golden Griffin. And we see Bellicor taking a ton of damage from all the range fire, which is big for him. He does not have regen. Actually, he does, but it's only if units are routing around him.
Oh, look at those flamers of Tzeentch. That unit is toast, literally.
Yes, and now we see from this giant bubble of water, the Ghost Knights of Bretonnia coming out to play. Coming out to surround Bellicor and defend their ghostly opera singer liege.
Oh yeah, I see them. And they're immediately going to do something else.
Yeah, I think they want to get away from the magic damage demons, but you can't really get away from. They're all over this battlefield.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Got some Screamer Birds going on the right, and Manta raying the enemy. There's another spell coming in over here. What is it?
I am not sure. It's a vortex. Oh, it's a pit of shades. Oh, that's going to wreck those damn Knights Errant and anything else caught in there.
I can't tell who cast that. That's worse for red, it seems like.
Bellicor.
Yeah, so it must be the demons cast it.
Yes. Yes, that's a demon cast. And yeah, that wrecks those zombie pirate gunnery mobs. Which we see most of the shooting shut down except for one handgun unit on the side, which is actually getting some good fire into Bellicor. They have the long rifles, so they actually do some good DPS. But they're kind of blocked up by the big bird right now. They can't see him.
Yeah, and they're not like switching targets, so they're just kind of blocked.
Yeah, they're trying to shoot Bellicor still, but yeah, they cannot see him do all the junk in front. Although the Depth Guard polearms are doing a pretty good job of dealing with that big bird.
Yeah, Depth Guard, we keep seeing them be very strong units in this tournament today, so not surprised to see them holding their own very nicely against that big nerd bird. Meanwhile, on the rest of the battlefield, what is this, Sammy? What is this AoE of Stink?
Oh, that's a spell from Xylastra. That's, I forget what it does. I think it debuffs the demons. Oh, it already disappeared, so I couldn't check the effect. But it's a big AoE debuff that Xylastra gets. But Xylastra's in trouble. She's getting dueled by Bellicor. She's not a good melee fighter, and Bellicor is going to have her number with his magic damage.
Yeah, she's...
Another pit of shades of Bellicor.
She's trying, and she's dodging, but he is beating the brakes off her. Oh my god, the smackdown being delivered is worrying.
He's a giant demon prince. It's going to be very hard to survive, anyone to survive an onslaught from him. And if she goes down, she's undead, so she's just going to crumble, which would be very bad for the rest of the army. Although they have kind of won the center. All the infantry units in the center for the demons are kind of gone, and there's still a lot of infantry left for the Vampire Ghost, which might be able to grind out these characters here. Yeah,
I mean, it's tough stuff. There's not a lot left for the demons.
And before she goes down, she summons out a unit of crabs. Xylastra summoning her crabs to the battlefield, a little crab spawn.
Oh, who immediately run away.
Immediately running away, yes. Okay, now they're turning around to go fight Bellicor.
Yeah, I mean,
but she's going down to him.
If she goes down, is the whole Vamp army just gonna crumble?
Not immediately. Oh god, the Depth Guard are almost dead. The Depth Guard will crumble.
So those Flamers, Xylastra goes down.
Oh yeah, the Flamers have been unchecked this entire game. 1,200 value on them right now. They've been doing great. The crabs will distract Bellicor for a long time. These crabs are very tanky. But, I'm not sure if the Vampire Ghosts have what it takes to take out the remaining units here. If they can get on top of these Flamers, maybe. Which looks like the zombies are about to. Look, the Flamers out of ammo. Holy shit.
They got
all their ammo.
They used all their ammo. They got so much value going. And you can see the morale is slipping for all the Vampire Coast units with Xylastra gone. So they really gotta wrap this up, like, today.
Ooh. But the Depth Guard, with their final breaths, take out the Golden Griffin, take out one of the key pieces for the demons. Now that's all that's left are the Flamers, which aren't going to be good at melee, and the Bloody Fist of Khorne, which is a beast, and then Bellicor is also a beast. It's a question of, can these zombies, which is basically all that's left in this Mourngul, can they take out this giant demon, this Bloody Fist of Khorne?
Yeah, it's just Bellicor and the Bloody Fist left. They are pole arms, but they're only zombies. And the mortars, they're gonna do more harm than good there to their own side, I think.
I think it is. Oh yeah, and the Mourngul's gonna go down early here, it looks like. The first casualty of the Bloody Fist of Khorne is a dedicated monster killer.
Yeah, mortars against monsters like this, those mortars have been just in a real detriment.
Yeah, and now a Pit of Shades. Oh god, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the zombies here really badly. The
Oh.
Bloody Fist of Khorne is crumbling though. The Bloody Fist of Khorne is gonna go down, but not before taking a lot of these zombies with it. Oh, and Be'lakor. I don't think they can kill Be'lakor. He's got 2,000 HP left. I'm not sure if these zombies can do it. We'll have to see. Maybe they have pole arms.
Yeah, Bloody Fist dead again. Yeah, it's just how many third graders can you take in a fight here for Be'lakor?
Literally.
Here they come.
They're being smart. They're getting within the minimum range of the mortar, so the mortar can't friendly fire them.
Yeah, just get in melee, mortar. Oh! Be'lakor counts as a flying unit! And it says flying units alone. Flying units alone can't hold the territory. The morale is ticking down, but the zombie morale is ticking down faster!
Oh, we have the battle of the morale! Who will last longer? The third
It's the white bars here!
Oh my god, it's a ticker now! Oh, but the zombies are gonna crumble soon.
No, the zombies are crumbling quicker. Maybe it's... No, I don't know. Be'lakor's getting morale going up from just loving murder so much.
I guess. Yeah, he also might be healing a bit from the units routing around him.
The zombies are rallying too?
Oh god. I don't know if Be'lakor actually gets the debuffs as he's laid it on the ground. It might be only if he takes off.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that might be it.
Believe in the zombies, Sammy. Believe in this unit of
They're doing a little bit of damage.
Oh, the other unit needs to get in there. Charge him from the rear. Come on.
Oh god.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Where are they going?
They're charging it now.
They're going to the next battle. Why? Here we go.
Okay, come on, stick with your pointy sticks. I believe in you, zombies. Nobody else believes in you. We do.
We believe in you, zombies. You can kill this fucker.
Kill this giant demon prince.
Be'lakor's morale's going down. He's been charged in the rear. He's scared, shaken, damaged, sustained, exhausted.
18 leadership.
Oh my god! Who's gonna break first?
Zombies.
He's fought his way out. He's fought his way out of the surround charge.
Yeah, 7 leadership. Went to 7 for a second there. Holy shit. He's losing HP.
Oh
zombies.
no!
Oh no, and a pit of shades. Oh no!
Oh
That's gonna be it.
no!
Oh, for poor zombies.
Oh!
Oh, the horror. We wanted them to win so badly.
I wanted those 2 units of zombies to win so badly. It's not to be.
Shades, I think, has sealed the deal.
It has sealed the deal.
They're crumbling, and
They're
they're
done.
gone. Be'lakor, the Dark Prince, the Dark Master, takes the battlefield
With the clutch.
with the clutch in the end. He did clutch it, actually, but
It
still.
is just good football. You've got to hand it to him.
Yeah,
Well done. Well done.
yeah. What a close game.
That was close.
4,300 value on Be'lakor. Those Pit of Shades actually put in a lot of work.
Yeah. Those monsters got their value, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think for the Vampire Coast, picking a ghost comp against demons is never a good idea, because as I mentioned, ghosts all rely on their physical resist to stay alive, and demons all have magic damage, so it's a kind of a losing matchup there, especially with Silostra, who has again 0 armor but 60% physical resist, which the demons just don't care about.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was hard for the AI Vampire Coast to really make good use of their range there. Like, they're getting blocked by stuff. The mortar's probably doing more harm than good. Oh, actually, it did 1,000 value, so it didn't do too bad, but who knows how many friendlies it killed.
The mortar was killing all the elite demons at the start, actually. I think it was doing pretty good at the start there. It's the reason they won the infantry fight, in my opinion, but yeah, it was so close. Again, I think if you brought a lord that wasn't Silostra, if you bought Silostra on her crab mount, so she didn't get the ethereal stuff, I think.
Yeah, she went down so early.
She did, yeah, immediately to Be'lakor.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
2 more games remaining. So, it's time for some Chorfin. We got
Chorfs.
Steel Raptors, Stubby Capitalist, the Chorfs, versus Isaac's Lorac Quebec with Bretonnia.
Oh, Isaac, let's go.
Yes.
Now, I hate Chorfs.
Steel.
I've
Steel is here.
learned more about Chorfs. Did you know that the Chorfs became Chorfs because, like, a whole bunch of chaos was happening way back in the day, and the other dwarves went underground and made their dwarf home bunkers to hide in, and the Chorfs stayed on the surface and were exposed to all the chaos and turned into Chorfs.
Yeah, they stayed in the Darklands. They held their ground, and they got cut off from the rest of the dwarves who abandoned them. Their gods abandoned them, and they ended up finding a new god deep within the earth.
I learned that, yeah.
Dark god. Yes, indeed. All right, Isaac, you have won the coin flip. Oh, Steel is here. Okay, Steel is here. Good. Isaac, you won the coin flip. What would you like to pick?
Pick Alpine Hills.
Wait, is Isaac? Isaac might be busy in a thing right now. No, Isaac's here. Big butt. Okay, Isaac wants to play in the big butt.
Big Butt was
Steel,
a good
do you
map
wanna
for them
attack or
last
defend?
time.
It was, yeah. A good map for the because it makes those natural choke points, and then the cav just charge in from behind. So.
And the peasant mob tanks really well in them, it seems.
Yes. Everyone's reacting with the fucking peach emoji on Discord.
But
Steel, pick attack or defend. Steel sleep deprived and trying to struggle to stay awake, I think.
we're
Fuck
all
it.
deprived here.
Steel, does that mean attack? Attack. Okay. Steel's attacking. Now pick your comps. Both going comp 1. Okay. Let's load them up and let's get into this. So, the Dwarfs are an interesting faction because they're like Dwarfs but with a lot more aggression and speed. I mean, you know them from good old whatchamacallit?
Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl.
We despise them.
They're just Dwarfs without the weaknesses.
Yeah, we despise Chorfs quite a lot, but I hear they get like a mecha.
Oh yes. And I think we're gonna see it today. They get a mecha lord and they get like giant like demon constructs, which are pretty cool. They also get trains, including a train with a giant fuck off mortar on it.
Wait, but do they like put rails down for the train?
No, the trains just kind of like have wheels.
That doesn't sound like a train to me.
It is a train. If you carry cars behind it, it's a train.
They got a lot of guns. If I didn't hate Chorf so much, I'd probably like playing them.
They're a very gunny faction. One of my favorite gun units is on the field here today. Okay, load in. Okay. So we have Isaac here with the same build as last time with Loak in Quebec with the triple ground light. Ooh, it's a nighttime battle.
Ew.
So there's the same build from Isaac. Isaac looking to do the same thing that they did in round 1. You know, the choke points, the peasants holding the line, the Grail Knights, the same deal. Felix and friends.
Yeah.
Same deal. Now, let's go over to our friends, the Dwarfs, the new kids on the block, the first showing of the Dwarfs this tournament. We have a core. I'm going to start with my favorite unit, the Infernal Guard with Iron Glaives. These are the frontline units. Beagle, this is a heavily armored gun unit with their guns are also halberds. I want you to zoom in on these guys because they look sick. So they have halberd guns. They are a defensive melee anti-large infantry that also have rifles and are an insane shooting power. These are like as an Empire player, you die to have these. They're so good.
Man, their helmets don't have a lot of vision.
No, they don't need it. They just know where to shoot. They're that good.
Oh, they're that good. Okay.
They're that good. And then behind them, we see a line of just normal Dwarf warriors who are like your Dwarf warrior equivalent. There's nothing really special there. On either flanks, we see the Cathay Fireborn. These are their demonic constructs. Basically, they've got fire demon merged with metal. They are demonic, so they do crumple out. They're insanely aggressive and anti-infantry damage dealing. They're very good in melee. And then the big piece, the big Cathay. We see the Cathay Destroyer. This is the Kaiju. This is the mecha. This is the big centerpiece of the army. It is basically the Fireborn, but...
It's those fucking behemoths from Sigma I keep having to fight.
Actually, no, those are the Juggernauts of Khorne, and we might actually see some today. They're actually in Warhammer Fantasy. We might see them. But no, this is a different unit. This is much bigger. Yeah, big lava monster.
Lava monster. Very cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
And then you have the Lord, who is... what do you know about this guy? Drazaraf the Ashen.
Oh, Jasmine the Ashen, he's the leader of the Infernal Guard. He's not really anything too special. He's like a spellcaster guy.
He's a little loser. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little loser.
Cool.
He's like more of a support lord.
All right, let's see it. Let's see these guns.
Yeah, I think the Cathay Destroyer is going to be the big centerpiece here. It's going to be the big carrier. And yeah, so will the guns with halberds, who like the Grail Knights, if they charge at them, it's like, Lamau, we just have halberds anyway.
Yeah, so it's really going to depend, I guess, the target priority here. I can see this fight going good for the Dwarfs if they, like, handgun down the Grail Knights and then halberd them. I can see it going bad for the Dwarfs if they waste their time on the peasants in the middle and the Grail Knights get to do what they want.
Yeah, now the Cathay will just swarm and just destroy the peasants to get into melee with them.
Magic coming out. What is that magic above them?
That's the Curse of Hashut. It's just basically like they take a bunch of damage.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more of a single target. Like, you misuse it on lords, not on, like, cheap-ass peasant mobs, so...
So a great
Alright,
start here for the Chorf AI.
Yes, we see the rifles starting to fire in, kind of getting their shots blocked by the Infernal Guard. Ooh, but the Fire Glaives can take a bad engagement against the Knights on the right, on the left side. They're not going to have fun over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see the Fireborn getting melted.
Yes, now we do see a good firing line from the Fire Glaives. They're shooting at the characters and at the enemy range units right now. They're shooting at some of the archers in the back.
Oh, I'm just watching this Cathay Destroyer go off. It's got big fiery punches, and I like to watch them.
Oh yeah, it is a treat to watch, and it will melt these peasants. Those peasant mobs are almost already dead and routing.
Woo! My god. That's a terrible thing to leave your village for.
Yes, now on the other side, we see the Knights rear charging the Infernal Guard, but the Infernal Guard go Lamau and start cutting them apart with halberds, other than the Grail Knights go, and the Grail Knights are Chads. But the Infernal Guard will do a ton of damage, and look at that Infernal Guard fire onto those Grail Knights. They've got them down to half HP. Oh, sorry, so the Questing Knights are half HP.
Oh, over on the other flank, I see now, yeah, all of the fire. They got like the little NATO orange tracers coming in.
Yes. They are taking some damage from the shooting, though, from the Bretonnian peasants, which I'm surprised about. That they're actually
yeah, look how much damage those peasant archers are doing. Again, just like last time, a really important part of this build, just constant damage.
Yeah. And we see now the Cathay Destroyer is dueling the Grail Knights. Kind of a bad fight for the Destroyer, but it will do a big chunk out of the Grail Knights for sure.
Big cavalry diamond, big spear in the center. And they're charging all around the Cathay Destroyer, yep. I mean, with the peasant archers doing a decent job on the Infernal Guard in the center, the Grail Knights are beating the halberd rifles on the other side as well. The dwarves look really encircled and fucked here, honestly.
Yeah, they're holding pretty well in the center, but it's again the case of just like the peasants tying down all the infantry.
Yeah, the peasants are just holding so well. Why do the peasants hold so well?
I don't know. They're just built different, I guess. Used to work in the fields, now they work near their enemies.
Quebecers built different. They just don't die for some reason. The Cathay Destroyer coming over to the other side, trying to get involved with this blob of like stuff on the Chaos Dwarf Lord.
Yeah, Felix is there as well as these pole arms, and it will wreck Felix and wreck the pole arms as well, but it'll take it a little while. And
the Grail Relic is surrounded. Oh no, he's gonna die again. The Grail Relic is surrounded by Chaos Dwarves.
That thing's kind of tanky, actually. It might live for a little bit. Those Chaos Dwarves don't do a lot of DPS. They're mainly a line-holding unit. And the backline's just been compromised.
Yeah, the Grail Knights need to push through and save that Grail Relic Knight before they die again. I feel like that buff must be why the peasants are so good, honestly. Oh, they do. They come in. Look at them just sweep. Wow, the Knights just come in and sweep all of the fucking dwarves away from the Relic Grail.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's insane. We do see the Cathay Destroyer is now dueling the Bretonnian Lord, who is a bonus versus large, but not very good armor piercing.
Yeah. He's getting Dark Souls.
Not really. Yeah, he's not really a big duelist. The Destroyer is more of like for grinding to just blobs. That really should be just destroying these peasants in the middle, but it's not. It's getting tied down on the flank.
Nice Questing Knights charge, encircling there. I don't know how these men-at-arms pole arms got into the center. But they're in the rear. Somehow they like flew over the top of the dwarves. They jumped them.
Oh yeah, I see that. I have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, that Grail Relic is just hanging in there, man.
It is, and yeah, man, these Infernal Guarders getting killed by these Questing Knights and Grail Knights. Like they're doing good damage back, but it's too much for them.
Oh,
like, infantry versus units that are dedicated to killing infantry, right? And
the Grail Knights coming in, doing another charge, pushing all the little dwarves back. They're off again. They'll come back in again in a second. Yeah. I don't see the Lord. Oh no, the Lord for Bretonnia for Isaac is over in the center. He's a bit low, but he's on. Yeah, they routed that unit of gunners. So as long as these other two units of gunners can't kill him, and they won't because the Questing Knights are off to kill him. There's really not much left for the dwarves.
Gunners left.
Yeah.
There really is not for these dwarves. Yeah, the Cathay Destroyer is just busy fighting Felix. Oh, it's launching fireballs, but it's like they're nowhere near where Felix's position actually is.
Get him, Felix! Dark Souls him!
This is like a Monday for Felix. Felix is like killing the big monsters in the old world every day. Oh god, that was a big chunk of damage.
That was a big chunk of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Leader fight in the center. Alberic.
What do you see the leader fight?
Yeah, Alberic de Bordelot is a little bit low. But as we said at the start of the fight, the Chaos Dwarf leader is a bit of a loser. I don't know, it's anyone's game.
Well, he's actually a decent infantry duelist, and he is actually beating the brakes off Albrecht here.
He
might
is.
rout him.
Oh, shit.
Which would be big. That's actually pretty big for the Chaos Dwarf.
Oh, he's errated.
Leadership is not the greatest. The railroad league is gone, so the buffs for the peasants are gone. Oh, but I don't know how you deal with all this cav. I mean, like, I would say the Cathay Destroyer, but the Cathay Destroyer is busy trying to punk on Felix right now to no avail.
Yeah, Felix is totally, like, doing a great job tanking that Cathay Destroyer. Imagine if that was, like, in the Blob of Peasants ever.
Oh, if it was in the Blob of Peasants, that Blob of Peasants would no longer exist.
Yeah. And now it's just killing this Chaos Dwarf Lord. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Chaos Dwarves have rallied in the middle, it seems, but they never broke. I thought they broke.
No, those Chaos Dwarf Warriors will hold forever. They're very tanky. They're like the normal Dwarf Warriors, but they're basically the same thing as the normal Dwarf Warriors. They'll hold forever. And they are kind of winning the grind after the Grail League's gone, but again, the Grail Knights are the problem now, and the Dwarf Lord is starting to get beaten down. The Cathay Destroyer is losing the fight versus Felix, which is hilarious.
Yeah, we got a few Quest Knights, a few Grail Knights encircling those dwarves, fucking them up. The Grail Knights are just like bouncing back and forth between the two mobs. Killing the leader, killing the melee mob. Cathay Destroyer getting some Men-at-Arms polearms, coming to get some glory in with Felix.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chaos Dwarves are making them pay for it now in the second half, but it's still so Bretonnia-sided. They're routing now. That doesn't look good if you're a Dwarfs fan, but if you're a Dwarfs fan, you deserve everything you get.
Yeah, and the Cathay Destroyer crumbling out. And man, I honestly kind of want to credit this to the map.
I think it's a great map.
The fact that the Bretonians are able to make that blob, and by the way, underrated part of the Bretonian lineup is this life caster doing the AoE heals, just like with the High Elves we saw earlier, onto that entire blob of peasants. It just turns the peasants, which are normally like such a lackluster unit, into these Chad line holders that never break.
Yeah.
And we just...
You've got to give a lot of credit to the peasants in this army. Like, the Grey Knights are stealing the show, but it really is only possible because these peasants just hold forever. These Men-at-Arms hold forever. They were still going. They had a whole nother battle worth of health in them at the end of that. And the peasant archers are doing so much damage.
Yeah, and look at the value on the Chaos Dwarfs. Everything actually is pretty good value all around. Like the Cathay Destroyer has decent value. The guns actually have amazing value, despite getting taken out fairly early. You can tell they really gave it back to the calf with those halberds and got their shots in. But still, like the Cathay Fireborn, this was just a bad matchup for them because they're both on the flanks. They both got spanked by the calf early on. And then the Destroyer, instead of fighting all the peasants, just ended up fighting Felix the whole fight and really was not able to help out too much in that main fight.
Yeah, definitely got baited there. And you're absolutely right. The Fireborn just getting on their own completely was terrible stuff for the Chaos Dwarf side. And we love to see it, of course.
Yeah. We do love to see it. We love to see the Dwarfs get punked on.
We do love to see Dwarfs lose.
And Quebec makes it into round 3. So, we have come to our final game of the night. We have Barley with the Dwarfs. Oops, All Guns is the name of this team. Big guess as to what the comps will look like there.
It'd be such a mind game to not have any guns.
It would be. It would be a mind game just go all melee units. And then Cordy's Tzeentch, which we saw in round 1, Team Lava Monster, is back in round 2 to fight against the Dwarfs.
Okay.
Now, I actually think...
No, you go.
I actually think that Dwarfs versus Tzeentch is an interesting matchup because both sides have lots of tools to deal with each other. Like, Tzeentch has some good armor piercing, but Dwarfs also have a lot of ways to like shoot down all the demons and stuff. So it's gonna be... I'm curious to see what's gonna be happening here.
I want to see some mines.
Yes. Let me do the coin flip. Tails, so QWERTY, you get to pick. Oh, you pinged me, QWERTY. Am I allowed to get advice on which list I should run? Sure, but not if you're... If you want to do it now, because if it's going to take like 10 minutes or something. Unless Beagle's fine waiting. Are you fine waiting a little bit, or...? Hell no.
This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're not going to wait 5 minutes while you phone a friend. You gotta pick. It's time. You gotta pick.
Pick your comp, QWERTY. Pick your thing. Alpine Raid. Returning to the class. Okay, and then Barley. I don't know if Barley's here. Oh, Barley is here. Attack or defend, Barley. Salty, you're PMing me your stuff. Salty, this is the last round of the night. We're not going into round 3 tonight. We're doing
No.
that tomorrow.
The round 3 is it tomorrow, or am I doing Bolt Gun tomorrow, or is it next weekend? What do you want to do?
Oh, Bolt Gun tomorrow, we'll do it next weekend. We'll
Okay,
do it next weekend,
same
yeah.
day next weekend, we'll be continuing this with the back half of the tournament. Sounds like to fill that time up, we'll get to do some best of 3s then. Probably.
Yeah, we'll do some best of 3s probably for the semifinals and finals, I think would be fun.
I think so, yeah. So round 4 and 5, we'll do some best of 3s.
Yes. Okay. Still saying in my defense, I picked a guy for Cathay for the spectacle. It was fun though. The Cathay was fun. And I think the Cathay wasn't a bad pick steal.
It was a great spectacle.
I think honestly, like what won the match there, like you didn't lose the match yourself. I think like the Bretonnians getting that map and that strategy is just so hard to beat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What comps do you two want, Cordy and Barley?
It's a really good map. Really, really good map for the mobility of the Grail Knights. Nieman says, honestly, you only have 8 matches left. Yeah, okay. It'll only take another 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it did take us several hours to do like a single round, so. Okay, Barley wants to do comp 1 defense. Then Cordy, what comp do you want? Cordy, do you remember what your comps are, right? Because Cordy doesn't own the game. I built Cordy's comps for them. Well, I did it, like they instructed me what they wanted and I built them there, but that army, okay. I think that's your first one? Yes. Okay. Alright, let's go Dwarf for Tzeentch on Alpine Ridge.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. This is going to be an interesting one because I see both the lineups. Oh my god. Beagle, what are your bets? Do you think Oops All Guns is a misdirection or is it true?
Who's making again? Barley?
Barley, yes.
I think it's all true. I don't think Barley has a misdirecting bone in their body.
We will see.
Everything Barley is famous for is friendly fire in this community. I think Barley's here with a bunch of guns. I think there's going to be a lot of dwarf casualties today.
Well, Beagle, you would be wrong.
Oh.
Because this dwarf lineup is all... It's not Oops All Guns. It's Oops All Slayers.
Ah, it is the fake out. There you go. I like to see it.
All a bunch of crazy naked dwarves with axes ready to bump and grind. This is an 100% Slayer comp. What are you gonna say?
I just want to point out, you've said bump and grind a lot today. It's like a favorite phrase of yours.
Okay, so like most of my Total War casting terminology is probably stolen from Curran's channel. Curran is the biggest Total War multiplayer guy, and he has some very iconic catchphrases, and I've probably been repeating half of them throughout this tournament because it's I don't know. It's all I consume for Total War multiplayer media. Anyone who's watched Turin's has picked up on it by this point already.
I found a
Slayer. I've been trying to struggle not to call something Haggard the entire stream, by the way.
I found a Slayer that looks like an angry Mario.
Which one?
Well, I mean...
this is one of the generic ones? It's not one of the characters?
I don't know how I describe him to you, yeah. Yeah, I mean...
So we have...
yeah, look, he's the Dwarf Slayer that's like 71st from the left.
71st from the left?
Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe I found him. Well, we have 2 units here. We have Slayers and Giant Slayers. Slayers are your normal Slayers. Giant Slayers are the more elite armor-piercing version. And then we have the 2 Lords, who are Gotrek, the Slayer, and then Ungrim, the Slayer King.
Why are the Giant Slayers not any bigger than normal Slayers, despite being called Giant Slayers?
No, they slay the Giants, Beagle. The way that Slayer hierarchy works is like you start off as a Slayer when you just like be like, I'm gonna do a mohawk and shave and go kill things while naked.
Okay.
Then when you kill a giant, you become a Giant Slayer. Then when you kill a demon, you become a Demon Slayer. Then when you kill a dragon, you become a Dragon Slayer. And I think Dragon Slayers are the top of the top.
Okay.
Yeah. No Dragon Slayers in this. Well, I think Ungrim's a Dragon Slayer technically. He has a little dragon cape, so he must be a Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, he looks like he's an everything Slayer.
I think that's like a baby dragon, though, right? Like, look how big the head, look how small the head is. Like, compared to like a dwarf head, he must have killed like a baby dragon.
Yeah, that's a tiny one.
Fucked up.
It is a little fucked up, I agree.
It is a little fucked up. Okay.
Ungrim the child killer. Yeah, let's go over from the child killing army over to the other army.
Yes. So, Speaking of breaking the typical conventions, so this is a very beefy Tzeentch army, based around a very strong melee core of Chosen of Tzeentch. So Chosen of Tzeentch are like the highest tier. Right, and I think the Severed Claw are here too, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, the Severed Claw are the only unit stronger than them, the only infantry unit stronger than them. And yeah, these Chosen they're the Chosen of the gods for a reason. They will, you know, wreck things in melee. Then backing up these Chosen, we have some Spawn of Tzeentch for some monstrous support, and then a couple of shooting units. I think it's some Blue Horrors and some the Blazing Squealers ROR again, that really strong shooting unit. So that's going to be the lineup for Tzeentch. Oh, sorry, Pink Horrors, not Blue Horrors.
Yeah, not looking too bad.
Yeah, it's our buddy Village again. He's back.
Now, Village and his little buddy, they really got punked in the opening of this tournament to the Cathay snipers. But there's no snipers here, it's all slayers. Will we see Village go harder this time?
We will, and I'm going to start the battle. I'm going to tell you why, because Village, his special thing that he does is he replenishes the little bubble shields of all the units around him in melee for the Tzeentch guys. So, if you have them in a really strong melee blob with a bunch of Chosen, they will it's basically like having health regen on all your Chosen, because they're regenerating their shields constantly, whenever he casts a spell, and then constantly when he's in melee. So, it becomes a very strong melee core.
I hear it, Sammy, I hear the tinkling.
Yes, granted, they are against the best fighters of the Dwarfs, so the most aggressive melee Dwarfs, so we'll see. But it's going to be very tough. It's going to be a question of, can the Slayers just, like, crack through the Tzeentch front line of Chosen, which... it's gonna be a tough one, I'll say that much.
This feels like a meme show match. Like there's just Slayers. There's so many Slayers. Oh my god.
I think this is kind of a meme build. Oh, and here comes all the magic from Tzeentch. We're just gonna wreck the Slayers who have 0 armor. They're going into this naked, so they are not gonna like all this magic bullshit flying at them from Tzeentch. We have one unit of Slayers hanging out in the back. But here we go, the middle lines have clashed.
Get out of the way, you fucker!
Fight's begun.
Yeah, we see the Slayers all going in. There's some Slayers in on the left, there's some Slayers in on the right, there's some Slayers in the middle, and there's a reserve unit of Slayers coming in to join the fight. What's good about Slayers, Sammy?
They kill monstrous units, which you can tell by the Chaos Spawn losing half their health within the first couple seconds.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, they specialize in killing monsters, and they are putting that to work right now against this Chaos Spawn. These Chaos Spawn are invalidated. They're not going to be a thing this battle.
Holy shit, they just run in there. They are aggro. The ones who aren't in there already are just sitting in the back like, my turn, my turn.
Yes.
So
now we see Village battling out with the Giant Slayers in the middle here. He is doing some work there against them.
Oh, yeah. He's a pretty cool looking guy. Now that he's not just being shot to death in the opening of the fight, kind of cool watching them work together. They got like a cool little synergy going on.
Yeah, they have some cool animations where like Thoman goes around and does all the melee stuff, then Village casts spells from his back. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, this is the way to go, really. Basically, Village is Yumi, the cat, and Thoman is like, I'm gonna say Jax. That's what I'm seeing here.
A little bit. Now, we do see some spells coming down from Tzeentch. Ooh, a big one onto those Slayers, a big bombardment spell right there. We do see the Pink Horrors in the back kind of not really shut down, but they're kind of, because of the slope that they're on, they're kind of having trouble shooting at the Slayers here. Looks like all trying to shoot at Gotrek, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot Gotrek's in this fight. One of the unit of Slayers is mega dead already. But is the numbers advantage in the Dwarves' favor here? Is there more Dwarves than there are Tzeentch? I can't tell.
You can mouse with the troop count at the top, but not counting the Pink Horrors, I want to say there's more Slayers. A lot of them are bunched up on this Chosen unit on the side of the Halberds with Gotrek. That's where most of the Slayer power is at right now. The ones in the middle... Wait, holy shit!
Holy shit!
Village
what the
died.
fuck? Village!
What?
Village is health!
Giant Slayers! They beat the shit out of him! Oh my god, that's such a critical part of this Tzeentch comp. If Village goes down...
Yeah, but the AI never pursues routes, so they're not going to go finish him off yet.
Yeah, but I think Village is going to come back in and go back right into the grind. Oh man, I completely missed that he went down there.
Rise and grind, that's the Tzeentch mindset, right?
Yeah, it is. Now, the Chosen in the middle have pretty much won their fight against those Slayers, but it's really the Giant Slayers you're going to put in work, because the Giant Slayers have AP, the normal Slayers do not. Yeah, the Giant Slayers are the ones who are going to put in a lot of the work. Now, we see 3 units of them. One of them is almost dead. The other one's kind of dead, and the third one's pretty healthy.
But look at them, they've almost taken out that Severed Claw. That's a big win.
Where are the Severed Claw? I haven't
Over with Warcrime Child Killer.
Oh, yes.
The Giant Slayers have almost taken him out. They only have 800 health. And a few models left there routing. Now losing that unit seems like a big blow.
Yeah, and I think Warcrime Giant Slayer here, he is actually one of the big elements that's clearly Severed Claw. That he has almost 700 damage per hit. For reference, he hits almost as hard as the Dread Saurian. Yeah, he does a shit ton of damage when he pops all of his abilities, and that is going to be a pain for Tzeentch to take out. I don't know how they kill him. The Chosen don't do enough DPS. They're mainly a line holder unit. And all the range for Tzeentch, all these pink horrors have not been able to shoot.
Because of the map, because of Alpine Hills, Sammy.
Because of Alpine Ridge, yeah. Oh my god, and Village is going back into melee against Giant Slayers, which he's got his shield up, but that's going to go down real quick, I'm guessing here. Pink horrors going into melee, but they're not going to do very well against Slayers.
Yeah, he's losing his toughness spot right now, and then it's all damage.
Oh yeah, and he does not have much HP to work with at this point.
He does not. Here it comes. Yeah, the Giant Slayers are doing impressive amounts of damage here. You were right.
Yeah. And you can see some of the Chosen are still holding the line, but without the Severed Claw here, how do you deal with Ungrip? Because he's not a normal Slayer. Normal Slayers are naked. They have 0 armor. Ungrip has 120 armor. Because he's the king, so he gets to, like, still wear his armor
He gets to break the rules.
Yeah, he gets to break the rules because, like, some technicality.
What a little shit, honestly.
Yeah, he is. And there's still so many Slayers surviving on the field, and so many of the Chosen have been taken out now. Oh man, I mean, unless like somehow the Pink Horror starts shooting, it's gonna be really rough for Tzeentch to try to take this.
Yeah, I mean, all of the Slayers blobbing on the left isn't amazing. And the lack of any range means it is kind of hard for them to finish off Village here. Like, he's just been sitting on 800 health this whole time. Now he takes a hit, goes down to 736. They might be taking Village out now.
Yeah, his shield constantly regenerating helps him out a bit. But it's not going to be enough against these Giant Slayers, which do so much damage. Although, they are getting low, only 14 models left, and the Severed Claws joined Village, but they're also super low. There's only 4 of them remaining.
Yeah, the Pink Horrors are going into melee now. They got full health, but, you know, they're Pink Horrors.
Oh, man. Yeah, they're fighting against Slayers, which the Slayers will chop. The Slayers normally get tripped up by the armor of the Chosen, but those demons don't have much armor at all.
It's kind of close to the middle here. The Giant Slayers only have 300 health left. Village only have 300 as well. And with the bouncing back in Severed Claw and the bouncing back in Chosen of Tzeentch, Village might actually live. If Village lives here, check out how much health Ungrim lost just getting tar pitted by the Chosen of Tzeentch halberds on the side. He's actually getting destroyed.
Man. Oh, he is. Yeah, Village lives here and doesn't die. He's going to keep regenerating those shields. Oh, man, he just casts a giant Pinkfire of Tzeentch, which it hits his own units, but his own units don't care because they have armor. The Slayers don't. That actually did a shit ton of damage to the Slayers. And man, yeah, if he keeps surviving, he's going to keep regenerating all the shields. Basically, like I said, like having regen for the Tzeentch army. Oh, that last Giant Slayer just died. That's 1 Giant Slayer unit down now. Gotrek, though. I forgot about Gotrek. Oh, shit, he's still alive as well on a decent amount of HP, but he's also fighting the Severed Claw. We only have 2 models left. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is a...
units are so beat up.
This is a brawl. Tzeentch was behind in points, but it could come back now. Now, Village is retreating again. If he makes it out of there in 232, he might come back again. Oh, they're all routing. Tzeentch is all routing now.
All routing.
Oh my god. 98% of Tzeentch.
About to go down, though. Look at Ungrip, 200 HP.
Oh,
down quickly.
Shit.
Oh, but the Chosen are about to rout. Oh, but if they kill him, 100 HP. 91, 46.
46. Oh, that's big. That's big. They take him out.
Oh my god, and how many Slayers?
But then they rout.
4 Giant Slayers. Oh, then they rout, though.
Oh, then they rout!
Wait, is that it? Is that it?
It's only the Blazing Squealers left!
Squealers. It is, but I don't think these little premium chat members will be able to take it in their crumbling. Oh my god. Barley with the tricks.
98% of Tzeentch give up just before killing all of the Dwarven Slayers.
Wow.
Because they're all unbreakable.
Oh my god.
They're all unbreakable. They
are
don't
unbreakable. They don't, yeah. Ungrip dying actually didn't matter because they're all unbreakable.
Of
That's
course,
right.
Yeah, I forgot they're all unbreakable. What was their value?
Oh
they all got a deal. They all got a good amount of value.
Yeah, because they're all fighting like Tzeentch elite halberds, so they all had a decent amount to chunk through. And wow, what a misdirect by Barley. You know, I guarantee you, Cordy's thinking that Barley's coming in here with like a giant gun build. So like, oh, I'm just gonna go like elite tanky front line to just wade through it and get into melee. Nope. All Slayers
Destroyed.
instead.
Absolutely destroyed. Well, now, mind game wise, people
my
get a
God.
while to think about that. Because we're going to do this
Yeah.
again same day next weekend, right?
Yeah. And Barley has 2 more comps available. You don't know. Maybe one of them is all guns.
You don't know. Because they can't change the comps now, right?
No, they're not allowed to change the comps. Comps have been locked in. They cannot be changed.
Alright. Well, let me take a look at the brackets at the end here. The end of day 1
Yep.
out of day
I just updated
2
it.
days.
Yep. I'll
So-
link the bracket for anyone else who wants to see in chat.
So at the end of day 1 here, at the AI WARZ 2 tournament, we have the Bionic Kraken's Cathay beating Ricochet's Tzeentch, but then going down to Jerry 987M's Slaanesh. We have Chad, GPT, and Arian's Wood Elves beating Jeff's Demons, but then going down to Momentary's Dowie. We have So Salty Seaman taking out both their matches, beating Cupcake's Vamp Counts and Sliffy's High Elves. And Hua, the Greenskins, do take out Snowdo's Beastmen, but lose to Goph's Dilfs, the Dark Elves. Doesn't it just make you sad at the lack of integrity in the tournament, Sammy, when the buys win matches? They didn't even work for those victories.
Well, I don't think how many buys won. I mean, Salty Salt done in.
1, 2,
Daxi, Coiled Snake, Quebec.
3.
5 out of 8.
Yeah, I mean, just get a buy is really the strat you should do. As we make good house pets,
know, it's
Lizardmen. We make
Good.
good.
Perfectly even.
Yeah, so it's balanced. We make good house
Balanced.
pets, beats Camelif's Corn and Maxie's Dwarves. Daemons together strong Cool Snake's Demons, winning twice versus Incredon's Tomb Kings and against the Sunken Sinners for Outline Lizard. Second string Bowmen losing to Lore Accurate Quebec, who also beats Steel Raptor Stubby Capitalist. And yes, Isaac, if you win the whole tournament, I will reinstall Armor and play with the rats this coming Friday. Well, not this one because we won't know by then, but I will play again. It's a promise, Isaac. And then Rats Yes Yes from PG Chipskaven sadly going down. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't influence that at all. To Lava Monster from Killer QWERTY, who unfortunately just then goes down to Oops All Guns Barley's Dwarves. Analytically, what are we seeing from the factions here at the end of the day? Who did great? Who did worse than expected factions-wise, Sammy?
Well, I think Dwarfs did a lot better than I thought they were going to do, because you think of Dwarfs as a very one-note faction, but I think Momo was able to get a win off Narian's Wood Elves, which is no small feat, with that excellent comp, that excellently built composition that kind of had just so many like different layers of DPS and tankiness, and really was well crafted. And then we see Barley obviously take the win right here by going completely unconventional and using an insane misdirect of naming the thing Oops All Guns and then going with the most aggressive melee-focused dwarf battle line I've ever seen.
Mean. It was mean.
And like the best thing about that comp is Barley could have brought way more units, but instead Barley put all of their gold into upgrading all those Slayers to rank 9 and 6. Like every single Slayer there was elite ranked up Slayers. So like Barley really went all in, and I think it paid off there.
It was great.
Yeah, it was very unexpected, and I think did great. And then I think like what I want to discuss, like, what do you think the favorites are going in? I think because I have some opinions on some of these comps. I want to hear what you think.
I'm looking over who's still left. I think the Dark Elves looked pretty good. I liked the Halberd, the Blackguard, very nicely played. Was that them against the, No, that was someone different. No, I'm thinking of Ghost Dilfs. Was really nice to play it against. But Siggy Salacious Scions, that was Slaanesh. I'm thinking of the wrong army. Yeah. No, the Dark Elves against the Orcs. Yeah, I really liked that play. Thought that was good. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Ghost Dilfs. I think Goph, another great Autobattler, is tailor-made to take this all the way. I think that the Lizardmen army, we make good house pets, Daxi. Oh man, I thought both those battles were really good, so they're another favorite from me. And honestly, Demons Together Strong gives us good battles.
They do,
but
close ones.
But my favorite has to be Isaac Bretonnia. I want to see the Grail Knights with the Grail Relic go all the way.
Yes.
I have made the promise I will play Armor, and now they're saying, like, if Momentary wins, same thing. Maybe it's like Stalker, like I'm the Wish Granter. If you win the tournament, you get like a little wish.
What happens if it's Momo versus Isaac in the finals?
Oh, I was reading Isaac being angry about something. Why are you mad, Isaac? If it's Isaac versus Momo, I think they need to get a little wish. I think the winner of the finals needs to get a little wish against me. Like, they get the wish which game I play in the coming weekend.
That's the reward. That's the reward. They win. They get to pick a game for you to play.
Yeah, so they could pick Rats PMC again, or they could pick, like, Among Us or Talisman, you know?
Among Us.
Yeah.
Talisman. Holy shit, that's really... Oh my god, that's a commitment, Beagle.
Yeah, it's Horus Heresy Talisman time.
I'm just saying, you gotta be real, do the 40k Talisman.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think... My favorite, I think, is gonna be Isaac's Bretonnia, because... It's funny, because Isaac was going on and on to me when he was entering about how his comp was gonna get past round 1 and I was gonna lose. And now I think Isaac might have the strongest comp of the tournament from what we've seen, which is this one army build. We haven't even seen Isaac's other 2 builds. It's worth noting, like, some of these armies, we haven't even seen their other builds yet. So there could be a lot more tricks up their sleeves, or maybe they'll stick with the stuff that works. We'll have to see.
SWF says, I'll send my kids to an orphanage for a night to play Talisman. Wow. Well, I mean, you know, the top 3 people who donate the most to me on, and subscribe to me the most on Ko-fi at the end of the month, you get to pick a game to all play with me together. So if it was you, SWF, you could pick Talisman to play with me, if the others agreed.
Is that true, actually?
Yeah, I'm doing that with the Ko-fi. I'm trying that out. I think I meant to write it in and say, if I reach my funding goal, which I'm not going to this month, but I didn't write that, and its rules as written. So basically, doesn't matter. Whoever's the top 3 of my Ko-fi, I'm gonna say they can, like, decide together on an agreement of a game to play with me or just make me play, and I'm gonna do it each month.
Cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, but it's not as fun as this tournament, Sammy, which I'm really glad you put together. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
We expected maybe we'd get it all done in one day 1, but we enjoyed looking through the armies too much, I think.
Yeah, I think we like looking at the army comps is too much fun. It takes
too much fun.
Like because I was in my test, I'm like, oh, it takes like 8 minutes for a match to end, and I was like, well, shit. Now we're gonna be spending like 5 minutes of that in the.
It's half the battle. You got to see the armies. It's half the battle, honestly.
Yeah, you got to see all the cool units and things, and stare at the butts and everything like that. So.
All right. Well, Barley's screaming. I spent 4 minutes on that Slayer's army. I did not deserve that battle. 4 minutes. Well, too bad. You're back again next weekend, Barley.
Yeah, you're back again next weekend. What do you think what was your favorite match of this day, of this first 2 rounds?
Oh, it's hard to pick. It's just going through my favorites
obvious.
again. What? Oh, the Lizardmen one.
The Oxyotl huge brain.
Me too. That was the best one for sure. That was so insane. That was a learning computer. Oxyotl lived up to the hype. That was crazy.
Yeah, you never see these players from a human opponent.
I think second runner-up is Be'lakor versus the zombies. Is pretty fun to watch.
Oh yeah, Be'lakor versus the zombies at the end was great too. Yeah, we had some really fun games today.
Oh, apparently I gotta turn off my Steam Auto updates for next weekend because they're updating Total Warhammer. We'll just play on the update.
Oh fuck, the patch. Oh shit, the patch is gonna break everything. Oh fuck. Oh shit, the fucking patch is like in like 3 days. Shit. Fug.
Can we turn off auto update?
I mean, maybe if they don't do too many balance patches, our things will still work. Like, the builds will still work.
Isaac says, don't play on the update, they're gonna nerf Grail Knights.
Yeah, they're gonna nerf the Grail Knights so hard.
Look forward to that next weekend. Sammy's in charge of that. I don't make those decisions.
Oh god, I don't even know how do I think you can like go on to the previous.
You can figure it out. You can figure it out. You got days to figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
The actual balance patch is just gonna be one line. It's gonna be nerfed Slayers. All right.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that's it. GG. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you for all of this. This was really fun. Thanks for putting it together and organizing it and running it. Really appreciate it.
It was a ton of fun.
Looking forward to day 2, the second half, the continuation next weekend. I think it's going to be really fun.
I think it will too. Thank you again also to Richardson for these amazing avatars we have down here.
We look so good.
Incredible
Thank you,
work.
Richardson. Richardson is just slowly filling us with, like, this amazing wardrobe of outfits I can wear, and they all look so good. Thank you. Thank you, Richardson. I feel fabulous every day. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We have the greatest artists in this community.
We do, folks. We do. You look great, Sammy. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I mean, now when you play X Division, you should get my Viato tube thing, and you should be streaming on Twitch looking like that, actually.
I need like a I need Richardson to make me like a helmet though, like an X Division helmet. I don't know.
All right.
All the X Division guys soldiers were like, when you put down their armor, they all have like little X Division merch symbols. They got like the Supreme logo on their armor and shit. Except it's X Division.
Yeah, you gotta know. Alright.
Yeah, you gotta have the drip.
Well, I've got a date with some nuggets, or at least rifling through my cabinet and eating dry noodles until I'm satisfied. So, GG to everyone. We will see you next weekend. Thank you, Sammy. I'm gonna do my credits and shout out and bye-byes, and then I will see everyone tomorrow for, I guess, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun tomorrow, everyone. So I hope I'll see you there too, Sammy.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, I'll be there for sure. I love Bolt Gun.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one. Wait, no. Bye-bye, Sammy. Hang on, I'm gonna do my credits. Don't go anywhere, anyone.
Yeah, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Sammy. Alright, now for the rest of you. Thank you to my subs and dubs of the day. Thank you to Blade Tycon, 60-month sub. Idiot911, 7-month sub, or Idiot911. Chessmarch91, 49-month sub. Rattle Rabbit, rated to the party of 7, a momentary rated to the party of 6. Thank you both for rating. Really appreciate it. Emperor Nut, 15-month sub. S2F Delicious, 53-month sub. And who said fuck Tzeentch? And Cassius Scrinjo Man, 20-month sub. Going over to Kofi now. I didn't update my credits for today. I was too rushed to get the tournament going and my art ready. I'm sorry. I fall on my sword because I failed to update the list for someone who subscribed on Kofi yesterday. I am chagrined. I'm going to say them manually. But if I look through my supporters for today from Kofi, I know breach of contract SWF. They can totally take me to claims court now. I did not add Atropos to the tier 1 subscriptions of the credits. So when you see these credits that are about to roll, make sure you remember that most of all, Atropos is my favorite subscriber on the Citadel, and is subscribed with a tier 1 subscription. I'll try to get that fixed tomorrow. I'm sorry, Atropos. Has to be a step right up to sue this man who has nothing. Barons of Shrek said, kill this man. That's far. Alright, yeah, I mean, but contractually, I guess I'm obligated to die. Okay. That's just today's password, by the way. True, Benny, true. Okay, and we're gonna raid. Doug with 14k viewers said Rose's 24th birthday, and for a minute I thought it said Roy Sigma's birthday. I was like, what the fuck? You play Roy Sigma? Euchre's playing Armored Core 5. We're gonna go see Euchre. Isaac says, how much do I have to donate to not have a patch update? Oh my god, Isaac, that's real match fixing out here. Alright, let the credits play. Thank you to my Kofi subscribers, especially Atropos, who subscribed with tier 1 subscription yesterday. Thank you, Atropos, and thank you to everyone on here. I really appreciate it. Remember, my Kofi supporters, you're sending 100% of your money to me. Unlike Twitch support through Twitch, like Twitch subs, only half. So I appreciate it to everyone extra who goes the extra mile to support me on Kofi. I really do appreciate the extra effort because it's just that double duty for me, and it lets me pay my mortgage that much better. Thank you so much. I am out of here. I'll see you tomorrow for Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun. Come back next weekend to see the climactic end of this tournament. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a wonderful one, and say to Euchre from me. See you later.